Hello everybody! Welcome to our D&D Friday Night Fun Times. This is Wyrd and Wyld, a 5th edition Spelljammer / Planescape spliced together homebrew campaign. I appreciate everybody who's stopping by. Let's see, let's take a look-see here. Thank you all of my friends as well as Looney. As always, thank you Looney. Thank you for the raid husband and wife stream. Thank you Windsock. That's probably a robot, but I'll take it. I appreciate all you stopping by. This is Wyrd and Wyld session 78, Tycoon Tussle. I'm Jaso the DM. Who else joins me on this beautiful Friday evening?
Hello everybody, I am Bailey. I will be playing Glace Allure, the androgynous Eidolon College of Glamour Bard.
Hey everybody, it's your buddy Luke. Luke is playing Aesop, Kenku Alchemist.
Is that who Luke is playing? Yeah, Luke is playing.
Yeah.
My name is Kevin, and I'm playing Sun Kong, apeling Binoid monk following the way of the abundant spirit.
My name is Slim, or husband, or what the hell you want to call me, and I'll be playing Renkaz, a lizard folk fighter, martial archetype of the gunslinger.
Title of playing Foray Arcane Trickster, AK Tech Wizard Extraordinaire.
Oh, the levels on this episode.
Oh,
I think you may have clipped the mic there.
Hi everybody, I'm Nick. I play in VD, a half-elf celestial warlock with Pact of the Tome, and I have the most phenomenal familiar of all time, a pseudo-dragon named Jira.
Thank you guys for joining me this evening. Thank you, Bay, for the sub. Thank you, husband and wife stream, for the bit. It's very nice of you. Thank you, League of Explorers from last session for the bits. Mid-session, that was really awesome as always. Go check him out, League of Explorers, with the underscores in between. He does a whole lot of cool tabletop stuff. He does Savage Worlds, I believe, and does a whole different number of ones set with that rule set. So very cool stuff. Thank you, DJ Lace, Ambitious Bougie, Celante, Mistorin, The Bougie Man, N7 Argo. I believe that's Thailand. Had a whole bunch of followers. I really appreciate it. It's probably like the biggest boost we had in between weeks. So it's really awesome that all you guys decided to follow us. So I appreciate it. If you were here tonight, I appreciate it. If you stop in sometime, if you missed this episode, hey, go check us out on the video on demand here on Twitch or on YouTube. We keep all of them there. The archives are all there. If you work a job or you just want something playing in the background, we got you covered, my friend. As I mentioned before, we are switching from the Twitch channel points at the end of the year where we switched over. So we're now using Twitch channel points instead of the Streamlab points. And so you'll be getting those. You can check out all the cool things you can buy with them down in the bottom left corner of the chat. So take a look at that. There's already been some stuff bought this session that should make for some interesting twists and turns. If you're a subscriber, you not only get all kinds of cool stuff that you can buy with the channel points, but the avatars, you also get access to some gold ones, so you can rock a gold skeleton or something fun like that. Just walk around as a gold rat. So take a look at that. You can interact with your characters down at the bottom of the screen. Whenever you see a rift, you can jump to grab some more points. If you punch in exclamation extension, altogether you'll get a nice little sort of controller UI that you can use if you're using a cell phone or something like that. Just sitting on your couch watching us on the TV or something like that. That makes it easier to control your character. And yeah, so take a look at that. That is all of my preloaded housekeeping. So I believe, Luke, you need inspiration.
Yes, give it to me.
And then after that, we'll just roll right into the recap. So grab you a card.
I get multiple cards because I said so. No,
I was going to say, if you could justify it. And
Nice.
if you guys want to trade or do anything like that, of course, now's the time to do so.
I like it.
Okay, everybody happy with their cards?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, with that, why don't we all roll a d20 and see who wants to give the recap from last week?
Who did it last?
Immune.
Oh, come on, you should roll anyway, Luke.
Fuck you, no. 11.
Oh, yes. Oh, good.
That's my balls.
Oh, and VD.
BT.
So it looks like NVD's gonna be doing it.
And VD, what happened last time, buddy, on Wyrd and Wyld?
So on the last time, we
On
got together
Wyrd
and
and Wyld.
well, the last time we were together, we were on Halcyon, preparing to put on an excellent show for Lushy's new Knowledge Shard TV show. It's crazy. They want us to fight each other, and it's totally going to be safe because there's a death ward. I personally don't trust that, but
You
Lushy
should.
was really good. Well,
Death ward.
it's a death ward.
You know what it is, Jason.
I have my reservations on it, but Lushy seems to be a good person to us at this point, so I'm gonna go with it. My teammate and I, Sun Kong, we had a relaxing day, just clearing our mind before we jump in the arena against our friends, while the other two teams kind of snuck off. I assume shopping. I don't really know because I wasn't there, but I would assume they'd be picking up all sorts of interesting things for their time in the arena. And then at some point, Glace went to the library and tried to dig up some information on the history of Halcyon, see if there was some sort of demon magic involved or something not right, before we go to the place where they manufacture the gold here, because they have a friend that I've never met before, but they have a friend that works there that might give them some insight. But she was kind of mad and said she was never going to read again because I don't think she found anything that was too important. Other than that, Sun Kong and I are just going to try and keep really calm and put on a good show, and hopefully we still have friends at the end, because we are a team, and we should actually be friends rather than be fighting each other in a perfectly safe arena with a death ward. But it's what's going to happen here on this episode of Wyrd and Wyld.
I'll see you in space hell.
Yes, I'll see you in space hell. Wild hell, if you will.
Very good. That was a succinct recap. In VD, you find a weird bit in your pockets. How strange.
Hey, Aesop, are you still collecting these weird bits?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, I am. We are back up to 35.
When I see you again, I found one somewhere.
Oh, all right. I added it to our tally.
Excellent. Last you guys left off, you parted ways a little bit, and each went off to do your own separate things, buying some things in the Glitter Glaza marketplace. Glace, the arcane man, heading up towards the Athenaeum, to go read some things from the archives regarding the history of Halcyon, and finding out about some cool stuff there. Although for Glace it was boring as shit. The rest of you did some fun things as well, and eventually you guys gathered back together and were preparing in another, say, 10 or so hours, as well, the evening wouldn't approach here, but as you know, the time would draw near for you guys to head back down to Lux, to the Luxalore Stadium, where this Let's Get Wild arena is, where you're to meet with Lushy and Dandy, who used to be your Billionaire Bastion representative, as he is hosting the Let's Get Wild show. And as mentioned previously, in attendance will specifically be Wild Knots themselves. Many of them you met and are fans, most of them inspired by your own works, and thus will be there to watch over things and have a good time. All of this will be recorded through rec and sent through a handful of various scrying mirrors so that the general public can watch live. They've actually been set up. You noticed as you did your things previously that there were some public areas that had large scry mirror displays that weren't just in private homes, that looks like a crowd could gather and watch as they pass along through the street. So it looks like it's going to be a big event, and you guys know even after that, that similarly to your other adventures, the episode will be recorded and handed out as knowledge shards so that others can watch through a programmed illusion that appears out of them. So you guys were gathering your things, getting ready for it. You had all reconvened in your rooms, and were just preparing for the last bit of preparations. As I mentioned previously, and we talked a little bit about this in VD, but specifically you and Sun Kong, if you guys want, we can do a little bit of retconning as most people were in the marketplace. Sun Kong, if you want to get with NVIDIA, or if you yourself want to purchase anything from the marketplace, any extra things that you want, any other last minute preparations you want to do since you had to miss last session, if there's anything like that, let me know.
I would recommend to NVD that both of us, he can go check out the meditation pool, and I'll go check out the new gym that should be complete on the ship.
The only thing that came to mind for me is I want to go back and buy that 5,000 gold diamond, and then ask you and all the other rules lawyers at the table, if my spell components use diamond dust, and I buy a whole diamond, do I have to prepare the diamond so I can use the dust, or
Grind that diamond.
Guess who got a fucking mortar and pestle that can break down anything into dust?
That's why I was asking. Because after that happened, I put two and two together and said, all right, I only use the dust, and it's 300 gold per revivify, and then it's 100 gold per greater restoration of diamond dust. If I buy a whole diamond, I don't want to use the whole diamond, 5,000 gold, to cast a spell.
That's right.
If it's allowed, I'd like to buy that diamond and then either prepare it in real time, or just say we did that, or however. But if it's possible, I'd like to do it.
It takes like 4 rounds, so like 30 seconds for me to do it. So it's like not going to be a huge ordeal or nothing.
Well, it doesn't have to even be right away. I just want to know it's possible before I sink 5k into it.
Plenty of time for you to get with Aesop and grind your diamond down into the dust that you need for these spell components. Absolutely.
You cast one spell with it and snort the rest of it.
That's oh yeah.
Oh, please don't. Please
No.
don't do that.
That's not what it's for. It's for saving lives.
That would be.
Me wants
Cut
me
up your
shinies.
lungs.
Yeah, you'd be inhaling sandpaper at that point.
So
You and Sun Kong wanted to return to the ship and do a bit of checking out some rooms.
I would, at least. I'd recommend NVD would as well.
I'll go with that if as our team tactic or team planning period.
I don't think it could hurt.
Yeah, perfectly fair. You guys both exit your rooms, and we'll say that you were doing this along with the other shenanigans of the other groups, since we kind of sidestepped you a little bit with you being out, Kev. So you guys are doing this kind of during the time that Rinkaz and Aesop are in the marketplace, and Glace is going off to check out the archives and do a little bit of history digging. You both work your way through the city streets and make your way back to the Gilded Harbor so you can find your ship, and using the crystal communicator, you VoIP yourself within. As you find yourselves within the geodesic ship, you see Kui, and before her is a illusion of a bar that seems to have completely filled, and she says, "Oh, hey guys. It looks like your room's finished."
Oh, excellent. That's what I was hoping. That's what we came back for, to check out the room. Well, Vidi's going to check out the meditation pool, but I want to check out the gym. I am so excited.
I'm going to peacefully meditate. I don't want to furiously meditate before a heavy combat session.
And Vidi, you begin making your way towards the meditation pool for some divine training. In the meantime, before you head to your newly created gym, Sun Kong, where you guys collectively, even though you're not there, but you as players, where would you collectively like to place the room? It seems like there's a lot of space taken up on the right side of the map of the interior of the geodesic ship, and there's some real estate on the left side. I could always make more if you wanted, but
We've got a real flow of self-improvement over to the left. Let's keep it going.
I was going to say, yeah, put it to the left of the elevator, or like north of the meditation pool.
It's all about
Would make
like
Yeah, it would make sense to put it next to the meditation pool, because then it's like a gym and spa.
Yeah, somewhere over there. I would think.
Hey, Sun Kong, with that gym, do you need a sparring partner or somebody to spot you with weights, or?
I don't know. I guess I'll see what. But I think I'll be able to handle it though. But I mean, I don't know what's in there yet.
Because I could try, if it helps. I mean, we are partners for a battle in a perfectly safe arena with a death ward.
Death ward.
So, you know, if it'll help us, then I'm willing to try to do monk exercises.
Well, let me see what's going on in there, and I'll let you know.
I can always wait to meditate. I do it frequently enough to where I can meditate another time.
No, you definitely meditate. It'll help you. We need to be on top of our games.
do you guys want it like underneath the meditation pool?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Sun Kong, you get on the elevator and ride over and see the last bits of the now printing illusion common lettering dissipating, and your new room appears. Let me go ahead and just reveal that area. Just grab over here so you can see all of it. There you go. Right there. You'll notice it now underneath the meditation pool.
Yes.
You enter
That's
and
awesome.
see that it has all of the equipment you would need. There are weights. There seem to be all kinds of different stands where you can pull against all type of machinery that has been built out of the steel that was fabricated from your use of weird bits to create through magians into the room here. So you feel like you would get a good amount of training. You guys are welcome to use either one of these. Just keep in mind it takes like an 8-hour amount of time to spend time in here and do your thing. So plenty of time to still do that and then meet up with the other group before the match starts. Yeah. You guys just choose what you want to do. And Vita, you're sticking with the divine training, and Sun Kong, you want to do physical training?
Yes.
All right.
Sounds good. Oh, hi, Chemo. You mind if I meditate in here in the meditation pool?
Sure, I think I've meditated enough. I'm raw.
Oh my fucking
He's
You-
raw. Well, you
Soaking
Yeah.
in the tub too long makes your skin real soft.
Yeah, I don't think that's right, but well, okay.
You want to roll me a d12 there in reading?
A 12.
Nice.
Keep this in mind. This will stay with you until you use it. When you next expend a first level spell slot to cast a spell, it takes effect as if cast using a second level spell slot.
Woo!
That does not apply to warlocks.
Ah.
Oh no! You're
It
right.
happens.
What a
It's
shame.
okay.
It happens.
Unfortunate.
That's all right. Permanent effect.
No.
Yeah, right. Permanent effect that will never do anything.
Sun Kong, D12.
D12.
I'm adding it to my sheet as a permanent effect.
Sun Kong, until you make use of this, the next time you roll a 1, 2, or 3 on a damage die for a melee attack, you can re-roll the die and must use the new roll.
Oh, good.
Fuck every part of this.
Wait. That's just once, right?
Just once.
One time.
Okay.
Okay.
It
One
sticks
time.
with them until it takes effect, and then that's it.
Because I was about to say, that essentially makes it so he's at a minimum rolling a 4 on all his attacks.
No,
which is...
no. That type of benefit would be like a boon level thing. So this is just...
Yeah, it's not like I got something crazy like 40 hit points.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh my fucking god.
And VD, you feel centered after your time meditating in the pools, but don't necessarily feel as though you got any sort of technical benefit. Sun Kong, you take some time pumping some iron, throwing some fists into one of the punching bags there, and feel as though you are gonna at least able to, with your first strike, hit in a slightly more vital spot, dealing a little bit more damage than you would. You feel ready for this fight. So you guys
Good.
spend those couple hours doing that. The rest of you guys, you go ahead and get ready, gathering your things. Is there anything else you want to do? Otherwise, we're going to just kind of jump ahead and we'll cut right to the chase where the Let's Get Wild event will be happening. Lushy will, of course, give you the directions as you head towards Lux to reach Luxalore Stadium. So if there's any last-minute things you want to do, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Glace.
Can we tell Kui on the way out that we're gonna be participating in this this Wild Knot battle royale, and that if anybody wants to watch it, they should watch it, and we'll be back soon. And then also ask her if everything's okay with her.
You go to hang out with Kui and mention this, and she says, well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I don't think you've trained a lot with one another, at least to this extent.
No, we haven't, but it's probably a good idea in some ways, as long as the death ward actually worked.
Good.
What better way to know your teammates than to, I guess, utterly try and destroy them because there's a death ward?
It must look really pretty out there in Halcyon, huh?
Yeah, it's very bright, lots of gold, lots of bright gold. Yeah, it's pretty.
Well, good luck. I hope you all come back soon.
I do too. We'll see you soon.
Okay, she says. Alright, she wishes you guys well, and if you are ready and raring to go, you can head out. As you guys do so, I believe everyone else was good. Base up.
One thing,
Sure.
as Rinkaz and I are, finishing up putting on our glow paint.
Getting ready for the match, yeah.
I'm gonna hand 2 small vials to Rinkaz.
Oh,
One of which swirls around with radiant light, and the other one has my blood in it. And I say, okay, buddy, here's what you're gonna do, right? Right before we go on, you're just gonna chug the shit out of both of those at once. Like, double fist it, just knock it back. He's in shock. Don't worry about what it does.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, I'm gonna put this rope on with my garb. You think it looks good as a belt?
Oh yes, that looks quite nice. Listen, we
like
can
a
make
monk.
we can make an act out of it as we're walking out, right? We're just slobbering this fucking potion shit all down our gullet as we're walking out and making a big fucking scene. It'll be great.
Yes.
All right.
You guys would know, just as a bit of character knowledge, that before the match starts, there's probably going to be a little bit of announcements, explanation of the rules. So if you have something that lasts for like a minute or something, know that it's going to probably take that amount of time.
I think all my shit lasts an hour.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Before we do go on, I actually do have to go over to Aesop's room, and I knock on the door.
Oh, quick, hide everything. Hide everything.
Oh, great.
What the?
I activated my dog.
I was like, subject 22 roars.
Just burst out.
Aesop, put the dog away. They can't know about our dog.
Man, Sugar is angry for some reason.
Shh, calm down.
Oh.
Anyways.
I cracked the door open. Oh, hello. What can I do for you? The little chain is still.
I need to get into the bag.
Oh, what did you need? I hand you the bag.
I reach in. I don't want to say anything, but I reach in and I pull out. You'll see it. The Chaos Blade. It's like, I just need this.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Thank you. That's all.
Alright, cool.
Hey, you don't want to give me any of your blood, do you?
Nope, fresh out.
Okay. Damn. Hey.
It'll be on the floor, don't worry.
If I hit some out of you, does it do the same thing?
No, you have to ingest it or inject it.
I like punch you and I lick your blood off my finger. Not really.
It
But...
doesn't work like that, but you know, it's fine.
That'd be a good show.
Flash.
Oh, it's
cut
gonna
Sun
happen.
Kong
Hopefully.
biting at his neck while he stood on the ground. And give me the HP.
Give it to me! I need it!
It's like saying that you cure a headache by beating someone's skull in. It doesn't work like that, but enjoy your Chaos Blade.
Thank you, sir.
Does end the headache though.
It does in the headache. That's
I'm gonna also go back to Ravini's, like, because I don't remember how I know. Do I get like temporary hit points from you?
That's if we short rest together.
Can we short rest together before the match? We have time, right? After we come back from the ship. Jason?
Unfortunately not. There's only about an hour left.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to scrap that one, boss. But you're just
I'll
gonna
find
have to
extra-
deal with the extra plus 40 you have, and not an
I was
extra
gonna say, I'll
11
find
on
extra
top of
hit
the plus
points
4.
somewhere.
yeah, gosh darn it.
I'll find some
Poor
extra
thing.
somewhere.
All right.
But
Every-
I mean, technically, from our last rest, if everybody was around me, they didn't overwrite it, they don't expire. Everybody should have 11. Technically.
Oh,
I'll take it.
adding.
When's the last time you guys slept?
We were all in the rooms with
Yeah, last night.
we were all in the hotel rooms,
Yeah,
so I don't know
I
if
think
that
we-
counts.
The last time I played, I think because me, Aesop, and Rinkaz went out and got food, and then we came back, and I think we rested after that.
Yeah,
Like,
we
slept.
We slept there because we bumped into Glace and the Arcane Man, and then
Yeah.
the next morning we went shopping. It was before the couple hours before we go to the arena.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, even before that, I guess, because temporary hit points last like for eternity, right?
They last until you take a long rest.
Oh, well then it's only creatures I see when I finish my rest. So
I mean, you guys could probably game it so that, you know, only you guys get the temporary hit points.
I'm okay with that.
I'm good either way. If it's not allowed,
Don't be
it's
nice
fine.
and greedy.
I mean, it's,
Hey, I get 17. I'm just
He's
saying.
like, I get it regardless.
I get it. So
I mean, it's like I make potions, but I'm not giving them to everybody, you know.
Yeah, greedy. It's just ours. Only
It's okay.
us.
We already know we're gonna lose, so we want to make sure that it's spectacular.
Everyone gathers their things and begins walking out of their rooms. You guys notice Sun Kong and Nvidi both walking out of the same room from the previous night. You guys all have your gear ready. The arcane man looks to you guys and says, "What would you suggest I do?"
Root for us, honey. Oh, I mean you. Just, oh, that's right.
I mean, I guess you can come watch if you want. You're still invisible. It's up to you, I guess.
You should
Unless you
probably
wanna go
stay
back to the
somewhere
ship.
where. Yeah, you should probably stay somewhere where you can't get jumped by those guys.
Why not stay on the ship?
That'd be a place where you can't get jumped by those guys. Maybe.
A fair point. Perhaps I'll return and speak to Kui.
You're invisible, so you should be okay getting back to the ship on your own.
That makes sense.
Should be.
Let me return for the time being.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Good luck to each of you in your match.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Arcane Man.
You see him hit a small button on one of the compartments on his belt, and his form shifts and vanishes. Aesop, you still see him as he begins down the steps.
Wait, why can I still see him? What's going on?
What do you mean? He's invisible.
Right.
Rise.
Hold on, I need to put a fucking icon on this or I'm not going to remember I have true sight. There we go.
Keep that icon in mind, because I've already got tokens in place, so you guys, your HP and everything should be good, but if you have any extraneous things on your tokens, just keep that in mind, because I've got everybody set up in the arena. As you guys are coming out, you see Lushy coming down the stairs. Well, is everyone ready?
Always.
Are we dressed or do we get like a chance to go to the locker room or something ahead of time?
Oh, there is a place for you to change into whatever you need before entering out onto the stage, of course.
Excellent, excellent. Then we're ready.
Good, good. Well then, follow me. We'll take one of the turnstiles, head down into Lux, and begin the show, he says. You guys follow along the Lushy and leave Halcyon Heights, headed towards Lux, the underside of Halcyon.
I'm gonna find a chance to whisper something to Lushy out of earshot of the other players when we get an opportunity.
Oh.
Sure, there's plenty of time as the group is walking, and similar to what you hear in the ambience around, there's lots of people here doing business on the top side. So at any point you could probably just kind of pull him a little bit to the side just to get a little bit of a pocket space to kind of whisper something to him.
I'm whispering it to you now.
Alright.
I was going to say, as we head up to the arena, if we have a moment with our party and Lushy, and without the recording, I say to everyone, just so you know that as much as I trust and love all of you, I trust none of this still to the nth degree. And Lushy, should you betray us, let you know that my ghost will come and haunt and kill you or whoever else betrays us. I don't think you will, but if anything happens, I will do my damnedest to make it my life's goal.
All right, let's dial this back a few notches. You know, I trust Lushy.
Aesop, did that work? Are they intimidated yet?
He smiles and says, "No worries here, Inkaz. You're my money makers."
Don't like that. All right.
Although I do wonder.
I start dancing. Hey, look, I'm shaking Lushy's moneymaker.
I'll press a digitation to make him sparkle while he dances.
I spray mayonnaise all over his.
Yeah, you do.
I'm just gonna wear this. Oh!
He leans into you, Aesop, as you kind of have pulled aside during the walk there, and says, "Love it."
All right, good. Just wanted to get your blessing beforehand.
You guys continue to walk. You enter the turnstile, and the circular platform begins to rotate up sideways. You guys feel that lurch in your stomachs as it shifts back. Technically upside down, but to all of you, it's righted. and you feel yourselves, your equilibrium coming back to you as you exit out into the darkened, slightly louder, more rowdy area of Lux, where the partying and celebration happens. Everyone, after a long day up at the top side doing their accounting work or business deals, comes down here to take a load off, party, enjoy themselves, or just get some sleep if they can. As you guys are walking there, Lushy turns and says, I was hoping that at some point after this we may be able to grab dinner.
Ooh, yes.
I like food.
On the bus?
Of course.
Ooh, yes. I
Oh,
bet
God.
you have excellent taste in restaurants. I am so excited.
Of course I do, Sun Kong.
Kong has to clean a little bit of jewel off his lip just thinking about it.
Just,
Yeah.
this mayonnaise is really getting you hungry.
Did chemo come?
My
He's,
fur so soft.
Can chemo come for free food?
he hasn't eaten in. I don't think he's eaten since he's gotten a new body.
Oh my God.
And he's a giant now, so.
Bring your chemo friend, sure.
Great.
You guys continue
Yeah.
moving. I'm gonna kind of slideshow, flip through some panels here.
And this is Lushy's vacation.
The chatter and groups of people begins to multiply and become more dense as you guys begin ascending a long stone walkway that leads through multiple arches headed on both sides by tall lanterns that leads up to a very brightly lit stadium held some stories off of the base of the Lux side. There is a roar of a crowd as it seems as though many of your fans are up in the stands. You can see now from a distance that this arena is circular in nature and more than likely laid out similar to the paperwork that Lushy showed you guys in terms of its layout in his office. And you can see now that the seats don't encircle the entirety of the arena. They're similar to this image here where they're sort of built into the structure at one side. And so there's at the northern end, if you could consider it that there's just some seating on that side that everyone sits in, and it just keeps going up rows and rows and rows. He continues waving you on, and as you begin to see the numbers of crowds pushing into this area, and a number of gold eye just beginning to shuffle people in and out and where they need to go, he gives a wave of his hand, and Lushy leads you guys inside a separate room as you kind of near the arena area. Inside here, you guys find a rather cool, nice, open. It's not a locker room per se, but just like a meeting area. There are a couple nice furnished tables and places where you could set extra things that you don't need. Some couches made of fine velvet and embellished with, of course, gold trim. Leshy says, anything you don't need, you may lay here. We have there's like those sort of like folding blinds that allow you to like get changed behind them that are in here in this room. And he points to them and kind of points to you, Aesop, and says, if you need to do any final preparations before heading out, you're welcome to. Each of you will be entering from a separate side. So take it all in, but this is simply one of the rooms. Two of you will stay here, and I will lead the rest of the groups to their own rooms themselves. Gather your things. You'll hear the cheer of the crowd and the sound of Dandy, who you've met before, most of you at least, who will usher you into the arena.
Ooh.
Love it, love it, love it. Is there going to be like a pre-show, like do we get to like talk into a rec unit or something like that?
Cutting promos.
Yeah, like promos, that sort of thing. Plug our team.
When Dandy introduces y'all, if you've come up with your fun team names or any fun insults and jabs you've come up with, you're more than welcome to share them then. We have quite a few wreck encircling the entirety of the area here.
This is excellent.
I'm glad to hear it. In the meantime, gather your things. I'll lead the rest of you to your rooms. We'll get you partnered up with the hands that you've chosen previously in order to head out with you. Otherwise, get yourselves ready. The big games are coming. I'll be watching you from the stands, of course. Do my best, Tycoons, to impress. I know I don't need to tell you that, though. You will. And he winks at you all as he begins to lead the others to their respective rooms.
Oh, well, Rinkaz, I don't know if we're going to impress, but we're certainly going to do something.
So, Aesop Rinkaz, you are led to a room. Sun Kong and Viti, you're led to a room. Fog Glace, you're led to your respective rooms. It's a little bit of time. Say 10 or so minutes. You begin to hear the chatter of the one and only Dandy in the distance.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get wild. I'm glad you're all here tonight. We're gonna have quite the game.
You can hear him in the distance. You hear the cheer of the crowd in the distance as well through the closed doors here. As he continues, the doors to each of your rooms begin to shift and open, and you can hear in the distance Dandy mentioning something to the effect of, "Let's introduce you to the teams." And now as you peer through the opened double-set doorway, you can actually see that they lead to a open area that leads into this coliseum. You see the bright light in the arena within through this hallway. So if you guys are ready, you can head on through and we'll begin.
Nice. Let's fucking do this.
All right.
Oops.
Oh man, look at the arena.
You guys each take a step through. What's up?
I can't find Ill's card in the list.
Oh, and did Nick and I, did we get boons for our character like everybody else got? No?
I think it was for some specific characters.
No.
Yeah, that's one of our Twitch rewards, and it seems like she was very selective in who she picked. So
It's fair enough, though.
blame her, not me.
Hey, that's alright.
It'll be very interesting, though. That was fun that she did that. Let's take a look here. I'm sure I have Ill here. I may have just not shared him with you. Hang on. Let's take a look.
Oh, this motherfucker has a gift.
They're also still in the Discord.
Yeah, actually, Luke, I have not shared Ill's card. I didn't intend to have him here until thinking about putting that list together. So if you want to just take a look at him on the Discord, you can.
Yeah, let me just
Yeah, and the
scroll
players only
up.
chat.
The rest of the companions, or the hands rather, should be under the helper's hands.
Desiree wasn't in there either, but I pulled up in the Discord.
Thank you. Yeah, some of these, that's here actually. Desiree is in here, so let me go ahead and share that one.
Oh, I was really, I didn't see her.
Well, I have a lot loaded in here that I just haven't shared.
Oh,
necessarily,
I got
so.
you. Yeah, she's not on the list, but
Ill
yeah,
is just
was
one
that.
that I didn't even load in yet, so 'cause I was kind of
gotcha.
saving him for a good spot for you to run into.
Oh fuck! I need to look up fragmentation grenade.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Bear with me in this match, everybody, because there could be plenty of things that I may have to reference. But yes, we'll worry about that when the time comes. As you all enter, you see up this circular arena that surrounds all of you. You see a number of wreck shifting around. You look up and see the bright lights created by this bright flame that serves as a cone to illuminate the field that you are all on. As you peer to the north, kind of above the arena here, you see the rows and rows of seats of just cheering crowd as you guys begin to step out onto the field. Even before Dandy has had a chance to announce any of you guys, you hear the cheer of the crowd in the distance as they're happy to see you all. As you guys peer around at the arena proper, I will give you a couple things to note about it. Let's take a look. This arena seems to be about 120 foot in diameter. It goes up as you see these wild knots that are dressed in what you guys would assume are some type of like arcane caster like garb. They begin to throw their hands up, seeing you guys have entered the arena. The stone doors behind you, as you each enter in your respective spots, begin to shift close behind you. And as they raise their hands, forming in a cone or dome above you is a wall of force that they conjure together that rises up 60 feet.
Oh.
Within this battlefield, you can see various balconies and pillars that are scattered about. In the center of the arena, you see what looks to be a 60-foot wide diameter pool of relatively clear water, across which stretches an iron walkway that is supported by 1 foot thick stone pillars. The pool looks relatively deep, but from where you're standing before you're allowed to engage into the match, you can't exactly see how deep it goes. You need to take a step closer and kind of get a better idea. In the center of the walkway of the pool, you see a 20-foot tall statue in this jet black of what looks like some type of horned devil or demon, perhaps. The statue has a large stone lever jutting out of where its belly button should be. There are plenty of things of note that you can see and make checks on if you would like. In the distance, on a raised pillar, a golden pillar, you see Dandy, the son of the owners of the Bullionaire Bastion, a dwarf himself, though a little taller than most dwarves. His hair already gone it's thick but gone a very pure white. He wears eccentric formal clothing with a top hat. He has a flamboyant way of presenting himself and enjoys theatrics, not too dissimilar from Lushy, although he seems to take more direct part where Lushy seems to sort of be the guy behind the curtain that kind of commands everything from his offices. Dandy says, "Welcome, Wyld Tycoons. I see you've joined me for tonight's premiere episode of Let's Get Wyld," and the crowd cheers, chanting the name Let's Get Wyld. "Let's take a second to meet the team, shall we?" he says, and as he says this, one of the wrecks zooms in over to the left side of the arena where Sun Kong and Vidi are. "Why don't you two introduce yourselves?"
Head. Sun Kong.
Hi everybody, I'm in Vidi. This is Jira. And then I'll just like prestidigitation a whole bunch of like sparkle.
I kind of
Sparkle
shadow
shower.
box a little bit. That's it.
The crowd jeers and shrieks in applause. "Very good. Do you have a team name?" he says.
Oh.
Sun Kong, do we have a team name?
We are Thunder and Lightning. Try to guess who's who.
Oh,
I love this.
Thunder and Lightning. Very
Yeah.
good, very good. "Next up," he says, as he kind of shifts, clacking his heels, turning down to the south team. repositions, floating over to you, Aesop and Rikaz, down towards the bottom. Introduce yourselves to your audience and fans.
So, let me paint a picture for y'all right now. So, Rikaz and Aesop came out in these black jumpsuits with glow paint on them. So we kind of got like this thing going on. If you want to click on the image, I just put in the Roll20 chat.
Oh man!
It
And
was on the YouTube, actually. I saw it.
yeah,
Awesome.
and Aesop is just constantly tossing flashbangs, which he's like infused with like neon blue powder, like.
Oh man!
And Aesop says, "Get this fucking floating trash can down here right now." Aesop's not here, baby. It's Gladiator 22, and we are Team Your Ass Kick. Let me tell you something. I want to grab the wreck. We've been to some real shitholes, but we ain't ever been to a gilded toilet like this place before.
You think you can kill us? You can't kill what's already dead. I'm gonna tip my hat and add a little bit more flair to it. My teeth, my scales, and everything, at least every other scale. I look like, think of a neon dragon sign outside of a restaurant. The same with the rope around my belt. My teeth glowing just a little bit red from the disguise. I grow a foot taller and look back and say, I'm already dead. Just call me Rin Kazakatl.
Oh!
That's right, you bougie fucks. You're gonna be shitting Joaquin bars after this. Next!
And, in similar heel fashion, the crowd responds with some boos, although some seem lighthearted than the others.
You.
Nuclear heat.
Excellent, Team Jurassic Kick. And finally, Dandy says, turning towards you, the right side of the ring, Glace and Foz, the wreck finally being released from Aesop begins to wobble a bit and then shift over. Introduce yourselves, the final team to be going all out against the others.
Oh no, how are we gonna do this? Okay, so we're dressed up as death, basically.
Yeah. If we walk out, we're all dressed up like Reapers.
Okay.
And alright, so Glace is gonna grab Rek and is gonna say in a deep voice, a few minutes ago, mere seconds before we arrived, lived a sad people, the Halcyonian.
Fob busts and takes wreck and says, no one knew at the time, but they were living on the greatest stage, reclaimed from wild space. Halcyon.
Halcyon! Glace is gonna unrobe, and she's not gonna be death anymore. Yeah, and there's,
Big reveal.
Where the collarless dwell, where the billionaire live, and they do live well. Halcyon! Where the gold is gold and the lights the bright, but something was missing.
And we, my love, are here to take your hand. We'll travel through time to that mystic land, where you finally know all about. Oh, you're finally your life forever new, thanks to
I hope everyone drank it up for this.
This is amazing.
It's amazing.
You all just hear Gladiator in the distance go, boo!
The crowd cheers as you guys give off your chant, the two of you singing your songs, your paraphrase together. Dandy says, this is going to be one epic match. These friends coming together, assuming their personas, and now they're going to battle it out. Only one team will be left standing, and then only one victor between those two. The rules are as follows. This will be about not just to survive to the final round, but to also gain the most points. Even if you're the last standing member of the Tycoons here between your teams, you'll still only have built up a certain number of points. Those points are based on this system. And as you guys peer around, carved into the walls of the arena, pretty much everywhere, if you guys look at the top left of this whole map, you'll see the point system built up. For every round you survive, you'll get plus 10 points. If you knock out another team's player, you get 20 points. If you happen to be the most entertaining, and I believe that's going to be a competition between some of your groups, you'll get 15.
Not really.
Find yourselves the last standing team and you'll get another 15. There are quite a few fun things to get your fingers and faces in this arena. If you find yourself the one who's had the most interactions with this arena, you'll gain yourself 25 points. The head on the statue, he points, and you guys notice now, as you peer a little closer at this 20-foot tall statue of this infernal figure, you notice the head at the neckline. It looks as though there's some type of crease, or it looks as though it's broken or something there. He says, if you're able to free the head of this creature in the middle of the arena and hold it with both hands for a full turn or any subsequent turns, that's an extra 10 points onto whatever you would normally gain that round. Finally, the last standing player, the last one up, gains 20 points. At the end of the entire match, once everyone has been either knocked out or what have you, the last standing person, we will then end the game, count up the points, and you'll each receive your rewards. Remember, this is about making sure that you are the last standing person. We have a death ward up by your fans themselves, who we have vetted, of course. Make sure, whether you prefer to do it as unabrasively as possible, or perhaps as abrasively as possible, that you make sure and technically end the life of the other team. The death ward will trigger. Those fallen members will appear at the front of the stands here. He points, and you guys notice the first row's clear of seats. And we will have attendants standing by to make sure to provide healing magic for those who need it. There will be no actual death here, no dismemberment. You will be fine. Have at it. Let loose.
Knocks on wood.
After we tally the points, we will give each and everyone a prize. This is based on what point you ended on in your placement. First off, for each point you have gained, no matter if you're in 6th place or 1st, you'll get 25 gold pieces for each point.
Nice.
Oh, for each point.
From there,
Awesome.
it becomes a question of ranks. 6th place gains 2 weird bits. 5th place 4. 4th place 6 weird bits. 3rd place is 10 weird bits. 2nd place, which would be one of the surviving teams, or perhaps not, depending on how things go. 2nd place gets 2 minor magical gems.
Oh.
The same gems that we have worked on and perfected here in the Twixt that you can attach to masterwork gear. 1st place, on top of whatever gold reward they've gotten, gets 1 common gem. These are random, but they will be given to you.
Nice.
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Everything's a surprise here at Let's Get Wild, thus the name. On top of all of the crazy things that can happen within the arena and the interactions had there within, at the top of every round, something new, something perhaps wild will take place. You'll not only need to be great in terms of your tactical accoutrement, but you'll also need to be ready for the crazy. each of you, all together as the Wild Tycoons, are you ready to get wild?
Yeah!
Fuck off, scum!
The crowd cheers. You hear some boos. And now, I need you guys to roll initiative, please.
Inspiration.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, can you undo? I needed to see the rules on that inspiration.
Oh
real quick.
shit, my bad.
Gone forever.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna do the temp hit points first. Okay, temp hit points are good, so you can take it away now.
Alright.
Sweet baby Jesus.
I knew it. Why wouldn't? I told you, Rinkaz.
Let's fucking go!
I told you, Meaty. Call it.
Hold it.
Lots of things can happen every round.
Is this one of those trick room battles?
We'll see. Remember, there looks like all kinds of interesting things in this arena. If you want to make checks as you just peer at things, it's not technically a search check. It doesn't take your whole turn. You can just ask what you want to look at and see, what it's about, and if you want to go investigate it. Remember, you get points for interacting with the most things in this arena. There could be things anywhere here.
How high up is this ledge above us?
You will notice
30.
on this map, I have made sure to put there in a little bit of transparency the height at which everything is. So the
Okay.
wooden platforms are 30 feet up.
I thought that was points.
Nope.
Ah.
Oh,
Oh,
what are the
no.
points? What are the points then?
The
These up
points,
here.
if you'll go to the very top left of the map, you'll see them listed there.
That changes my game plan a lot.
Oh, there's points.
Yes, there's
You
points.
You guys could go for points, but it'd be
Pointless.
pointless.
I don't get it.
Also keep in mind your companions, and before we start anything, before we start with Rinkaz, who looks like he's at the top of the initiative, I have to roll to see what happens this turn.
Oh, good.
In fact,
Good.
Rinkaz,
Uh-oh.
will you roll me a D100, please?
Oh.
Gladly.
Aesop explodes.
This is win-win.
All glow paint magically becomes flammable.
Flame.
Oh, right down the middle.
Right through Aesop.
Aesop,
You're dead.
Gladiator 22, the stuff that he can do will be on your turn unless it states in there otherwise. So.
Okay. And how does inspiration work with? Sorry, I so rarely use inspiration with.
Inspiration is for your companion cards or your helper's hands. You give them your inspiration for them to do it.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
So everyone should be able to move their hands with them. So just kind of make sure and move them with you. Remember, they have health themselves. They can't be targeted, but they can take enough damage to where you may lose out on having them with you in the round.
Sure.
So, Rinkaz, you roll just a straight 50, middle of the thing. Of the, it says here punishments, but we're not going to call them that.
Jesus.
You guys watch as from out of nowhere, these, what look to be scorching ray lasers shoot out across the arena.
Oh, good. This is good. This is great.
You feel like moving around will be very difficult this round.
Oh, interesting.
Rinkaz, you're up first. You see a number of lasers just moving and twisting and turning all across the arena. You also see everything else here. Again, if you want to check out a point of interest, just let me know.
What do the buttons do?
Knowledge checks are free.
Knowledge checks are absolutely free.
What the fuck does the button do?
So sad, so late.
Ace up. Who's my target?
Dealer's choice, my friends.
I'm going to pull out my rifle, or have my rifle ready. Look over to Glace and Va, and then over to the other side.
Wink, 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 wink.
Point my rifle
Do it.
at Glace.
Do it.
You told him to
Pulling out
boom
of
me.
here.
Alright, I'm taking my first round of attacks, which is 3 attacks.
Do it.
First shot is at Glace.
Alright.
I do not have close quarters combat because she's more than 30 feet away. So
Well, it's
Well,
not
I
gonna be
mean,
hard to
that-
hit, trust me.
I mean, close quarters combat only prevents disadvantage, right?
There you
it
go,
gives
somehow.
me +1 if to hit if they're within 30.
Oh.
Or close quarters fighting, pardon me. First shot at Glace. It's a 24 hit. Oh wait,
Yeah,
and +2 because I am
yes, it
blessed
hits.
by
Recap.
the
It hits.
blood of my creator.
Recap. I'm at a 15, so just so you know.
I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize. Ruin her.
Jeez.
First attack, 10 damage.
Okay.
You hear a shot ring out from Rinkez's rifle as he takes aim at you, Glace.
Oh, fuck! What is it? A pain ward. It's
I point to Ruff and say, Ruff, you've got an ability once an encounter. I might as well use it while we're still alive. You do an additional 1d8 piercing damage on a ranged... Ooh. So, 13 total.
Okay.
A crossbow bolt also catches the side of your leg, Glace, from Ruff.
Ooh, you are going to regret that because that
Don't
really
worry.
hurt though.
I like
worry,
to share the love.
There's 2 more
My-
attacks coming.
My second attack will be on Fa.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Gosh, this would be a horrifying experience.
Right?
Oh, here's your blessed. Oh my fucking!
Fuck me! What? Am I reading that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
21.
Yay, guys.
That's the sound that Fa makes.
I look over to Nvidia and shrug and say, buddy, I'm sorry.
Do it. Bless.
Oh, you had the bless. Okay.
Yeah.
Does a 18 hit you?
I would like to use my once per short rest tower shield ability on Runed to add 5 armor class. Never mind, it started my turn. Oh no,
Nice.
hold on. Runed can shield you when you would be hit by an attack, increasing your armor class by 5 until the start of your next turn. This may cause the attack to miss.
May I use lucky, or is that before the roll?
Oh.
For a point of
you got
luck.
the thing. You do the thing.
You got the thing.
Just double check.
I mean,
Chase is thinking, what have I done?
Pull up D&D Beyond.
That's the text from right there.
5e
Whenever
luck.
you make an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw, you can spend 1 luck point to roll an additional d2.
I think it's too late.
That's fine.
Oh fuck! I just cut my finger open. God damn it!
Jesus.
Fuck.
You okay, bud?
Yeah, I cut myself on the lip of a soda can.
Oh, dude, that's horrible.
That's too big.
What was that?
that?
That was awesome.
That's the death ward. Alright, if I can activate that ability on my guy, does not hit.
Yeah. Nice.
What does it look like when you do it?
Well, it's Runed uses a tower shield to up my armor class, so he is it a dwarf? I don't know what it is, but it just is like throws up a shield.
He looks like a
riot,
dwarf
riot
just
gear
covered
style.
in heavy armor, and you see as he shifts in front and just throws down a huge shield. It clearly rises above him and nearly gets to your neck, and the blast just connects to it. He turns to you and just shakes his head with a nod.
For my movement or single object interaction for the round, I'd like to drop the belt, the rope I have around my waist, and say the magic word and turn it into Kulak.
Kulakan.
Alright, let's go to my library and punch in Viper.
I say, whoa, Rinkaz! Did you have a Halcyon citizen around your waist, or was that a snake?
Oh, cold-blooded brother.
Oh man.
God.
What?
I yell, get it? Because Halcyon citizens are snakes! They're filthy snakes!
Ooh.
Tycoons are canceled after this episode.
It wasn't Aesop, it was Gladiator 22.
Oh, right. Forgot.
The Masked Vigilante. Gladiator 22.
There he is.
There he is!
There you
There's
go.
our-
Such a good boy.
There's our special guy! There's our special friend!
A rope slaps against the ground, Fob, but you watch as it begins to shift and animate and rise up and grow to a girthy level. It continues shifting. You actually begin to see scaly skin form around what was once just a simple rope, shifting into this very vicious looking viper or snake-like creature.
If you can correct me on this, and if I have to, I'll use my action surge to do it. I look to the snake and pet it on the head and put a grenade in its mouth and speak to it in Draconic.
What the fuck?
I speak to it in Draconic, and I told you what I said before. Good snake, good friend, I'm so glad to have you here. You're safe, but if anybody gets within any space around me as your held action, drop the grenade on me and the enemy.
What? What? Wait, I can't understand this. It's in Draconic. I
It's
can't
in
understand
Draconic,
this.
yeah. Nope.
Phil starts clapping excitedly.
You see a Rinkaz, Aesop, you see Rinkaz speaking in Draconic and just slowly puts a grenade into the maw of the viper.
We didn't talk about this. What is this? What is happening? This was
Follow
part of the
it, Tony.
plan.
You see him pull the pin out, and the viper just clutches it so it keeps the handle
Rinkaz.
held in.
Rinkaz.
If I
Awesome.
don't have to use my action surge for that, I'll just end my turn there and save it for another.
Alright. Rinkaz is done. There's a massive snake in front of you guys. Glace, the arena is covered in what look to be arcane scorching ray-like lasers. What do you want to do?
Well, the first thing I want to do is get control of Rinkaz, because he's absolutely fucking out of control.
I agree.
I want to use Dominate Person on him, and I want to use, let's see, I have this, and I have, okay, so I have two things. One bonus DC spell save from the pool that I get to use,
Okay.
and my inspiration, where I get to add DC +1, so it's going to be +2, so a total of DC Wisdom 19 saving throw.
Just crit, Rinkaz. You do it fucking all the time.
Wisdom?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Did you pay up your D20
Just
bill?
crit.
I mean,
Hey,
yeah, you rolled.
but remember, you do have lucky. So you
I-
can re-roll it if you need to.
I'd like to use Lucky on my roll
No,
for
he already
my
knows
save.
the DC.
You get to see if you fail
Oh.
first.
He already knows the DC he has to pick before.
I see.
Oh, then do it. Then fucking spend the luck point. Just do it. Roll twice. Fuck it.
What's
Alright.
that can happen?
I don't want you to shoot me in the face
Is,
right now.
is it once per round?
Oh!
Oh,
So
did the
that's-
blood do it? Did the fucking
That's
blood do it?
12 plus 4 from the plus
That's 16.
4 from my wisdom save throw.
Boom! Bless, baby!
Wow!
And so you can use luck point more than once per turn.
He never
He hasn't used it.
Within a
He
round?
didn't use it originally.
He didn't use it
Okay.
yet.
Oh, okay. As a bonus, I'll add bardic inspiration onto Fa and
So close.
1, 2. Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Hang on just a
4.
second.
Okay.
You are welcome to move without needing to do it.
I'm not gonna move.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, run. Yeah, go.
Run? Okay. Yeah, I'll move. I don't care what happens, Jason. I'm just gonna run.
Well, I mean,
Well, wait.
I'll
no.
make whatever save I need to make.
Okay, hang on just a second.
Mm-hmm.
How many spaces do you intend to move?
Jesus.
What do I need to... So, what do I need to look out for? I know there's lasers around, so I want to go as far as I can.
You feel as though you will have to do your best to dexterously get out of the way of not getting caught by the lasers each 5 feet of movement you make.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't realize the stakes were that high.
Alright. You know, I'll stay right here. I'm done.
Meh.
Okay. Gladiator 22.
Okay, Rinkaz, good luck. I'm gonna fly fucking 6 feet up. I don't care. Give me them laser rolls, baby.
I
Give me
need
them-
you... How many spaces up?
6 squares. Gonna. Let's fucking
Please
go,
give
baby.
me 6 dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh. Fucking easy. We got evasion, baby. We got evasion. Okay, all right. What DC am I trying to hit? Because I got no tricks or nothing. I just got evasion. So.
I mean, I couldn't really tell you. Maybe
Okay,
you'll
all
find out as we go.
Okay. Let me. In that case, that first one is going to be 14,
Okay.
and the second one is going to be 16. Third one is going to be 21. The fourth one is going to be 26. The fifth one
Okay.
is going to be 23, and the sixth one is going to be 18.
Jesus.
All right. You dexterously shift out of the way of a large majority of these scorching blasts that shift around in a laser-like pattern. One catches you at the wing for 3 fire damage. Otherwise, you're fine. You make it to the top.
Easy again. All right.
What-
Aesop is gonna take one of his bombs and he throws it down at his feet, and it makes a 10 by 10 foot cube of opaque neon blue smoke around him.
Oh,
And-
interesting.
Aesop is gonna fucking press all these goddamn buttons next turn. Actually, can I press a button this turn?
What that throwing that item down, is that taking action to do?
That's my action. Yeah.
Then interacting with this object counts as your object interaction.
Oh, I pressed the green button, please.
You press the green button. Hang on just a second. Let's pull that up like I said.
I will press every one of these fucking buttons. This is the fight for Aesop.
The green button.
Oh, there's music playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I gotta reload.
phenomenal.
In BD, you got a +1 to wipe on
I
Twitch.
saw she's
Cool.
Someone did something in the Streamlabs. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, League.
Thanks, Lee.
Man,
Thank
League
you.
always pulling through. I appreciate that.
Oh, what the fuck? I loaded into Undermount when I reloaded. The fuck?
That's what the button press actually did. It
I
transported you into a
changed
different world.
campaigns! What the fuck?
You're now eliminated.
Roll 20 tripping. Alright. I'm back.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, hell yeah, this music.
Each of you are covered
Uh-oh.
in some form of arcane magic.
The fuck?
All 6 of you.
What the fuck?
Knowledge checks are free.
Arcana check right quick.
Yeah,
Wait a
when
minute,
he's
how did this happen? What happened? Wait,
I
what?
pressed the green button.
Oh, shit!
I'm gonna fucking press them all, baby. That's gonna be 27 for me.
Oh.
I don't know shit about that.
15 for Pop.
Just gonna do a perception.
Covered
This
in,
is really weird.
we're covered in the goo. I'm gonna put a little green dot on me for the goo.
Damn it, 12 perception.
The perception as well.
Alright. Who made above a 12?
I critically failed.
That's
what
okay.
What are we
Well,
doing?
fuck.
I'm sorry.
To see what this green shit is
Oh.
that came on us after I pressed the green button.
I got
Let's
12 in
do this.
perception.
Did one person from each of your guys' teams get over 12?
It looks that way.
I hit a 12.
It looked like, yeah.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A shimmering barrier extends out from each of you in a 10-foot radius
Oh.
and moves with you, remaining centered on you and hedging out creatures other than you and undead and constructs.
We got anti-life shell on us?
You have anti-life shell on each of you.
Oh no!
Nani the fuck?
You notice, Aesop, as you push that button in, it clicks, staying pushed in.
I win! Sun Kong can't kill me now, Renkaz. This is the best news possible!
So what is? Wait a minute. What is this again?
Living creatures can't pass through the barrier that we all have around us.
Oh wow.
Those of you who push it, or those of you who have this shell extend out, it pushes against your
That's
partner's shell and you push away from each other. So if you guys want to apply an aura to yourselves of 10 feet.
Oh, but I'm 30 feet up, right?
Yes, actually, yeah, you're actually fine, Aesop. Well, 30 feet, yeah, you're good, you're good.
Rinkaz's about to push Kazakatl in the water, though.
Does that work for allies too? Like your,
Yeah.
Any living creature.
Yeah.
I mean, like rough and ill and all of
Yeah,
them.
any living creature.
10-foot radius
They,
range.
true.
they stay with you.
Okay, that makes sense
Like,
actually.
It's always radius.
radius.
Yeah, 10-foot radius.
Jesus.
So, Nvidia,
massive.
you're kind of pushed over there where Jira is. Jira
Oh,
was
that's
that way.
fine.
Are we drawing auras?
You should just be able to double click on your token, and then there's like an aura.
I'm drawing them for you guys.
It's the little or it's the little when you click on your guy, it's the little gear icon,
Hmm.
and it pulls up when you go to edit your token.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
not for
1
this guy.
or 2, and you just type in 10.
Your hands, being that they are kind of technically just sort of junction with you guys, and they're more of an asset than an actual character. They stay with you, but anything other legal creature, Jira, the Kulakan, is pushed out of the anti-life shells. You guys do realize from your checks, though, as each of them cover you, that this barrier prevents an affected creature from passing or reaching through. An affected creature can cast spells or make attacks with ranged or reach weapons through the barrier.
Wow, that's good for just about everyone but Sun Kong, huh?
Sun Kong destroyed that machine. Destroy it. Blow that son of a bitch
Wait,
up with a
what?
Kamehameha.
No, what are you doing? You're on my team. Don't tell him to do that.
You guys also would know from your checks that if you move so that an affected creature is forced to pass through the barrier, the spell ends.
Okay, so you can't
Oh.
squish someone against the wall like a sumo wrestler.
You do also
okay.
notice that the scorching rays, because of the effects of the anti-life shell, are still able to pass through your barrier.
Sure.
So does that mean if I run at somebody, like it just nullifies it?
Sumos.
No, they like bounce off of each other.
Yeah,
sumos.
If you're able to push a creature outside of your shells, like into a wall, or like force them into a wall, that would technically break the barrier. But if you try to push up against someone else who also has an anti-life shell, you're going to do exactly what Luke said. You're going to bounce off of them. So
Well, that's my turn. I
that
pressed a
happens.
button. Pressed a fucking button, y'all.
Sun Kong, you're up next, my friend.
Okay. Sun Kong was gonna start running. Let's see.
He's got to do those deck saves. Don't forget about them deck saves.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
Sun Kong, each
15,
step
20.
you move, please roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Are there buttons on the other side as well, or those levers or something?
They look like, it looks like a similar structure, a four-sided structure that goes to about like chest level, except those have levers on each side.
Okay. I couldn't tell from. I was just making sure.
That's 5, 10, 15. $50. $5. And then to go up, it takes 30.
85.
Actually, go up over here.
This is a lot of saves that he's about to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a lot of saves that he's about to make.
11 saves. Or wait, no, you moved back 10. 9 saves.
Actually, back here and then up, because that'll be 30. So that puts me at, I think, my full 70. So 5, 10.
You threw some type of cloud down, Aesop?
Oh yeah, it blocks. It's fog. It blocks line of sight. I'm just sitting on this button in a bunch of neon blue smoke, pressing it. I'm just pressing the button like crazy.
Okay. We'll delete that then. So that's your blue. That's your blue box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Well,
I guess we can
I
take
think you succeeded all but the one, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
My deck save is +9, so
But
my
you also-
lowest.
You also need to roll another 4 times, though, right?
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I counted before. You moved the full 70 and you didn't climb any?
I climbed up. That's why I
You
stopped.
climbed 30 feet up, right?
Yeah,
So
because
That's another 6.
8, so another 3.
another 3.
3 d20s.
I'll just do it the same way.
Haha. Ah, you love to see it. You love to see the 2 1s.
So my lowest, obviously, I got the 2 1s. I got a 14, and I got a 16, and then everything else I think probably passed. 2 1s, a 14, and a 16 were my
Gotcha.
ones I
Okay.
think might miss. Well, obviously, some of them definitely miss.
You take 26 points of fire damage.
Oh, you love to see it. You only have 14 extra fucking health left.
No, remember I got the +11 from NVIDIA also.
It doesn't stack. It's only the highest amount.
Well, is that temp HP from NVIDIA?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the stuff, was the HP I got from wife isn't temporary technically. It just raises my hit points, right?
Yeah,
So
this raises
Yeah.
his maximum hit points.
yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
The monkey is strong, guys.
Oh no.
The
Why
monkey
would-
is strong.
Ridcast, shoot the monkey. Shoot the monkey now.
He's just walking
Shoot!
through a wall of fire. He doesn't care.
What do you do up there, Sun Kong?
I'm trying to think if I want to just say screw it and run towards the pedestal anyway. And just use my action. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do anyway. Yeah, might as well. Yeah, because I don't want to have any ranged that I want to use at the moment. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Yes. Yes, do 7 more saves.
Is
Please
it
roll
7?
me
Okay.
7 more dex saves. Oh
Yes.
boy.
My goodness, dude.
Yes. Good. Jesus.
And one more.
Yes. Yes.
Damn it!
We get it out of you sooner or later.
1, 13, 15, and then everything else should be good.
You take 22 additional
Another
points
22.
of fire damage.
So 22 and 26. All
He's
right.
almost back to his full health, everyone. Don't worry.
It's got 5 left.
Wall of fire. Don't give a fuck.
You see, similar to the bottom area where you watched, well, you assume in this cloud of bluish smoke that Aesop hit one of those glowing buttons or different colored buttons. Here is a similar stone stand that raises to about chest level, except this one on each face has a lever.
Uh-oh.
So since I use my action, I cannot pull one of these, right?
You for any of your turns, you also have like a use
okay. That's what I thought.
item action, so you can use it if you'd like.
I will pull the back lever.
Do
This
it.
one.
So technically
The
like
north.
the north one. Okay.
The north, yeah. North lever.
Above the north.
All right. You pull that lever.
And just for flavor, for the battle, when I did climbed, can I say like I did like a front flip, landed on the wall, and then kind of ran up the rest of the way?
Absolutely.
Cool.
The arena begins to shake
What?
as you see Sun Kong pull this lever. The stonework beneath you gives way, and rising out from underneath it is magma.
I mean, I called it. I called it.
I
wasn't
killed everyone except Aesop.
I mean Gladiator 22, brother.
Is the lava living? Does the shell help?
It is not living, no.
Man.
Oh, man.
So we're all dead.
Oh,
This is amazing.
I'm sorry, Meanie.
You're the worst.
You
I'm
each
sorry, but yes.
you each feel as though it will be extra difficult moving through the magma. And also
I
you
bet.
definitely have the idea that if you are to start your turns in it, it's gonna burn you. So keep that in mind.
Burn us, he said. The floor is lava. I've seen those shitty 90s movies. I die.
Oh wait, where did the lava go?
Hang on. I
I'm so
threw it
glad I
to the
played
back.
that when I was a kid.
You look directly into a laser, that's
There
all,
we
and
go.
your eyes are doing that funny thing when you stare into a light. There is no love.
The lava's a lie.
Anything
Just keep
else, Sun
standing there,
Kong?
we're fine. No, I think that's everything I can do.
Oh hey, it's Foster.
Quick question. Are the pedestals that are all around the arena, are they still there or are they melting too?
No, they seem to be made of a very durable stone, and clearly their base is covered in magma, but they still stand where they are.
Thank
Clearing the magma by each of them 10, 20, and 30 feet respectively in the air.
Oh my goodness.
Fa, your turn starts.
Does it now?
Scorching rays still shoot through the arena. However, you are standing on hot magma. You take 26 points of fire damage.
What the shit? Oh my god!
You love to see it.
Oh, this
Like,
bullshit.
I feel really bad about Ingenie.
You stop.
I'm so happy about everybody else.
Aesop sticks his head out. Is everything going? Oh no!
Oh, alright.
Fa, you do at least realize that within the anti-life shell, those of the others who are not particularly keen in spellcasting or have a certain amount of reach may not be able to hurt you necessarily.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I double down. I pull out a little Rubik's Cube and start solving it real quick.
Sun Kong, as you have the lever pulled down, it sticks in place as though it could be pushed back.
Nice.
Oh, so it can be turned off.
No,
Okay.
no. Pull all the levers at once and see what happens.
Oh, you know it.
And what are you doing over there, Fa?
I use my Cube of Force. I solve a little Rubik's Cube, wang bang it, and cube projects, and it stops anything from passing through. I can let walls and doors.
Where you cut out walls and doors come through?
I think he froze.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
He actually was consumed by the molten lava.
He
He's
thought
done.
he fought off the lava, but he was wrong.
It cuts out all sound from my distance.
You're back.
He's back. Hey!
You were saying that you can let walls and doors pass through?
Yeah.
Okay.
At will, so I can change my mind. Right now, I'm gonna let walls and doors through because they're not gonna hurt me. And I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, you know what? I need to make this visible. This type of stuff. Sorry, I'm looking on my DM screen and not seeing that some of you guys can't see this stuff, so I apologize. We want to let you. Let's see auras. We want to let you see auras. There we go. If you guys want to go into your characters and just go to the second panel and down on the bottom left, auras.
Aesop did.
Very good, Aesop.
I was wondering why.
Daddy, can I get
Convenience
another
thing.
inspiration, please?
No, you
We're
can't.
doing good.
There you go. Okay.
So I'm
I've
up
got
on the
two.
top of the thing.
You hang on just a second, I'm making sure everybody has their things properly set. There we go. Rinkaz will do you. Let's do this. There we go. You can see. Everyone can see each other's auras now.
Yes.
Alright,
Perfect.
excellent. Fa, you climb up a stone ladder 10 foot to this pillar.
Yes.
You find within, as you reach the top, you notice at the top, kind of cut into the top of the stone, as you kind of give it a little push with your hand. It's a small trap door. It gives way and opens.
Oh.
It opens into darkness.
Ooh, that would be really scary to stick my own hand in. A magical hand flies out of my bag and reaches in.
Nice.
The magical hand reaches in and...
I assume this is a free interaction.
Yes, this is your interact with item interaction. As your hand shoots in, it begins to pull back up and pulling out of what almost looks like some type of magical darkness, considering how well lit this whole place is, it pulls out a bag that, as it pulls it up, the bag tries to open the maw of it as if it's animated and tries to consume the hand. It cannot do so, however, and continues to just hang there in the air.
Aw, that's kind of bullshit,
Good thing you didn't put your actual hand in there.
right? Only a dummy would have done that.
I will now leap this way, which
So what? Your spectral hand is still floating in the air, holding this bag. Are you going to do anything with
oh, sorry, I didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna stow it. My bag.
it? All right, you grab this bag and stow it to the side of your person. Knowledge checks are free, by the way.
I didn't see it.
But didn't see what happened.
Exactly. I'm in fog. I can only see the buttons in front of my face
Oh, okay.
as I press them.
So I've got a horizontal leap of 8. Does that mean I can move an extra one, or how do you want to rule that?
What are you doing?
I can leap 8 feet according to this jump calculator.
8 feet?
Oh, wait, hold on. That's probably with a running started.
Probably.
Long jump, yeah. Okay, sorry. It's not a running start. Okay, never mind. So I'm just gonna jump down 4, 6, and then I'll use my cunning action to run 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm hanging on the top of this tower.
Okay, you clear the magma beneath you, although you feel relatively safe within your cube of force. Similarly to the other pillar, you do notice what looks like a trapdoor that, with another item interaction, perhaps on your next turn, you can kind of push in and see what's inside.
That does look pretty cool. Like, this giant force cube that's just reflecting scorching rays.
Yep.
Pretty awesome.
You did also move around in the scorching rays, but I don't... Can they pass through your cube of force?
Nothing!
Alright, you're protected. Excellent. You reach the top. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, Nvidi, my friend, my buddy.
Hi, guy.
Shine.
You take 29 points of fire damage. Scorching rays still shoot around the stadium. It is your turn.
Alright, Nvidia is resistant to fire.
Hey,
No.
look at that.
Yeah, you're celestial.
That, yeah. And,
Star stuff.
well, it's the tattoo of the burning sun that I got with you guys that gives me the fire resistance.
Sick.
14.
Yep. Halved it.
Okay.
Take the fire damage. It burns, but not as much as you could imagine it would without your tattoo.
Okay. Runed says heavy armor, my move speed is halved, so
He is a bulky boy, and you have to move slowly with him because he is burdened with his heavy armor.
that's a shame.
But he does come with his benefits. Don't keep them in mind.
I use the benefits, so once per short rest, so I already blocked with him. So he's
What about his other thing?
got a feat at inspiration.
Okay.
So am I able to, since
up
this
to
is
you, my
15, am I able to climb naturally, or what would entail climbing when I'm standing in lava?
You're like right there, so you can kind of like pop up and grab and pull yourself up. It's gonna take that 15 feet of movement, but you'll be able to pull yourself up. However, you do have to make those 3 checks of the lasers as they shoot around. Ruhine follows with you.
I'll do that. I'll do the 3 checks.
Ruhine just reminds you, he kind of clinks a sword to his shield and just reminds you about anything you want to use with him. You pull yourself up. Give me 3 dex saves, please.
Ooh. My new +3 modifier. Hey now.
You're an all-star.
It's a 17, a 6, and a 13.
Alright. You take an additional halved 7 points of fire damage. As a couple of the rays catch you.
Can I check what this thing is? This dish, pillar, whatever that is?
Absolutely. As you reach this circular-looking stone device, carved into the front of it, it reads incubator. It's a 4-foot-tall stone pedestal that is topped with a glass case, and inside of which, above the inscription, you can see a large spotted egg within the glass. There is a slot in the pedestal next to the inscription with its own that says, "Rescue, only 5 gold."
I'll dramatically motion to my waist and pull out 5 gold coins and hold it up to the crowd.
As you hold them up to the crowd, who is watching with anticipation, the crowd cheers.
Alright, one hand sparkle shower, the other hand feeds the coins in.
You feed the coin into the device, you hear the plink sound as it slips inside. You guys hear Dandy from up on his pedestal. "Oh, unfortunately, it will have no effect since you already have a familiar of your own."
Oh.
"One familiar person," he says, holding up a finger.
You should hold up a finger as well.
Does the device... It didn't activate at all? It's not like open for
It seems to
somebody
have
else
taken
touch?
your gold, but it did not activate.
Jammer, dude. 5 gold missing. Okay.
Also, I'm assuming Jira, because he can hover, is safe from the magma himself.
That was gonna be my next question. Is he getting his own turn, or is he moving on mine? I was just assuming he moves on.
He is technically a part of this too, so go ahead and roll initiative for him. That's my fault for not adding him to that.
I think he's still +2.
We'll leave him below you. How about that?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so
That's fair.
we'll say he's hovering because I just forgot to add him to initiative to begin with. So what does Jira do?
He's gonna
Keep
fly
in
up.
mind that Jira still has to dodge those lasers.
Ooh, okay, yeah. So
And he can't enter your shell.
can't go within 10 feet.
Poor baby.
Oh, those
Yeah,
shells.
he's gonna get toasted. He's got to stay put. He's got to stay put then.
He could do a hold action or something if you wanted. It's
Uh,
up to you. I don't know exactly what all he has.
He can bite, and then he can hold action to channel any magic I want to cast through him that's touch, but
Okay.
that's about it.
He's at least safe hovering above the magma below.
How about... that wouldn't even make any sense. Yeah, let's just hold action to channel any magic that I want to cast through him.
Alright, sounds good.
Huh. From there... I'm trying to think of this... Well, Sun Kong's over there. So I'm 15 up.
That's correct.
That's a 30 up. So yeah, those pillars are too high. I will hold... Can I hold an action to return fire on somebody if they attack me?
Absolutely. You haven't used your action technically. You interact with an object after moving.
Yeah, I'll hold an Eldritch Blast. The next thing that attacks me.
Okay. you ready an Eldritch Blast for anyone who dare try to attempt to assault you while you are currently safe up on this pedestal. Anything else for you or Jira? Alright. We roll back up to the top. I believe familiars... I'm trying to pull up the Quillicon rules too, and it of course doesn't want to do it because Google Docs is fun. Let's see here.
I don't know how much HP and everything he has. This is the first time I've used him in combat.
He's a giant constrictor snake.
Yeah. I believe he has his own initiative and you just command him as a familiar rules.
Gotcha.
So on his turn, he's going to take some fire damage. It is your turn, though, and you take fire damage.
He's probably dead and he's going to explode, y'all.
Oh no.
Rink, as your feet sizzle as you take 24 points of fire damage.
Alright. Let me take that from my total. You said 24?
Yep.
Question. Are the lasers still here, or is something different happening?
Actually, the lasers have disappeared. Glace, please roll me a D100.
Yeah.
$51.
51. We've got a very narrow range.
Twice as many lasers, Bob.
They're actually necrotic lasers now.
Great.
And they're twice as big.
You guys watch as all around the stadium these scorching ray-like lasers dissipate. And in between the magma, it's hard to believe, but across the entirety of the arena, even up on these areas where Aesop, Sun Kong, and NVD are, the terrain below you becomes covered in what looks like thick webs.
Nice.
Oh!
The webs seem to even resist the intensity of the magma around them.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Are we stuck in place?
Knowledge checks are free.
It's probably
to take a
difficult terrain.
knowledge check. Survival?
Yeah, I was gonna say, would survival work?
I will say, without you having to... You guys would know this is probably some type of magic.
Oh, in that case...
Although you could still make your checks if you wanted to, Ringaz.
23 Arcana.
20 nature. Just seeing if I think I'm held in place.
Is every team gonna make one of these rolls to see if they can identify it?
Just 17
Imagine
survival?
being able to roll anything that's not a 1. Imagine.
What about you, Fa?
10.
What are we taking here? What skill?
Arcana.
Some sort of knowledge. Arcana,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you could do a knowledge check also. Rinkaz did nature, I did
Nature.
survival.
Okay. So everyone but the Reapers over on Glace's team. Hang on just a second. And then if you guys want to whisper this to your teammates, you are welcome to. Of course, you guys changed your fucking names. That's amazing. Let's just do... Who's Gladiator? Is that...
That's me, baby!
Okay. That's what's going on there.
Oh, okay.
You
Neat.
can share that with Rinkaz. Rinkaz! It's your turn.
Yes. Did my survival tell me anything?
You guys figured it out. Here, let me whisper it to you.
Yeah, I had a 17 survival.
Let me whisper.
Oh no! You're stuck! Ridkaz, you're fucking stuck! Get the fuck out of there!
That would be horrible.
Oh god!
Terminator style.
Okay,
You gotta use your strength to pull yourself out.
By bootstraps, which is totally possible.
Yeah, you get the gist from your partner there.
So I have to make a strength check to pull myself out.
That's what I said! You're gonna burn alive if you stay down there.
And I don't think I could cut my way out either.
You do notice as soon as they appear, even though they initially begin to resist the magma, they do begin to slowly catch on fire.
Yeah. Still get out of there. Or shoot someone. I don't know. You do you, baby.
But you'll need to make a strength check if you want to rend yourself free from them.
If you want to get out of the
Alright,
spider webs.
that would count as my base action, correct? Just to do a strength check to get out.
Use its action to make a strength check. That's correct.
Okay. I'm going to use my second luck point, so I have not advantage, I guess.
Double roll. It's kind of advantage.
So a 12 plus a 6 from my strength save.
You break free.
Climb! Get out of the fucking lava!
How much will this impede my movement? Is everything double movement if I want to move through the lava?
It's
It is difficult terrain.
I mean, if you're climbing up the wall, that's not impeded by the lava.
That's
though.
correct, too.
Windcast as fuck.
And a dash action is double or triple? Just checking. I haven't had to run much.
Double. But you had to use your action to escape the webs.
Ah, well then I will. I can't climb straight up. I mean, that's a slate wall, I assume.
It would be very difficult to do so without help.
I
30
will
feet
y-
up is difficult to scale without any help.
I will use Ruff's other ability, Scamper. You can use dash as a bonus action.
Ah, Ruff! Ruff! You are a champion.
So that would be 60 feet. That's half of that is 30.
That ain't doing much for you.
So let me make sure I measure this right. Let me zoom in.
Jump in the water.
Carry the 2.
That is my movement. I've taken my base action. I still have active object interaction. A Ruff is coming with me.
Mm-hmm.
If she's allowed to. I don't want her burn in the lava. She was in front of me, around me, wherever. I'm going to use my second wind, or not my second wind, my
Action surge?
action surge, which gives me an additional action, not a bonus action, to continue my movement to get the living hell out of.
Thank goodness.
Which 10 is there, and I know this goes up 30 feet. I don't know how that's. That would be to there.
Stairs.
It's stairs.
Yeah.
So I would make it up to about here. I'm gonna try and take cover behind this ledge. If I.
The ledge here would give you, I believe it's,
Half
hang on
cover,
just
probably.
a second. What's the lowest form of cover? Half cover?
Half cover is +2.
Yes, half cover. It's not very tall. It goes to like about your thighs.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
what are you telling Kulakan to do?
The last part I'm around, I'm just gonna reload my gun with my object interaction if I can. Just put 2 bullets in it,
That's
or 3. Excuse me.
Right.
I mean, as long as you're, there's nothing saying on for your character that requires anything other than an object interaction.
Double
Oh.
check.
Kulakan is bloodied.
Yeah, Kulakan is burning badly and caught in the web itself.
My last action of the turn, as a free action, I'm allowed to command the snake to do whatever the hell. I just tell it to go in the water, assuming it's not like.
It's got to spend its action to be free from the web.
Oh yeah. I assume it can.
It assumes to do exactly that
As a +4.
and
Well.
fails.
Well, my Kulakan!
Bye, Kulakan.
It is caught in the web and unable to pull itself free.
Next turn, it is almost certainly dead.
Oh, I could have just pushed it with the wall of force and just pushed it in the water.
Oh, fuck!
I don't know if that would have worked. I assume it wouldn't
Well.
since it's being held magically.
Too late now. Glace's turn.
Anything else,
look-
Rinkaz?
I say to Aesop, looks like the snake's gonna bite the dust. We've got coverage up here. We should be good for a while.
I yell, I'm gonna get the fucking head!
Oh my god.
All right, Glace, it is your turn.
Uh-huh.
You are standing in magma. You take 26 points of fire damage.
Okie dokie.
You have Clatter with you. You have all of your own fun stuff.
Cast.
The Scorching Rays are no longer around, so
Okay.
you're free
I will
to...
cast. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
I'm going to cast Fly on myself.
Ah!
Now, keep in mind, you can cast Fly, but you are currently, as you look down, besides the intensity of the magma pitted around your feet, you are also caught in this web that is mixed with it.
Okay, so as an action, that's what I need to do to get out of it.
Unless you have other means, it would take a strength check to pull yourself free of the web. Otherwise, you are restrained within it.
Could I use Dimension Door?
Oh, shit.
Absolutely.
I would like to Dimension Door to this demon right here.
To the dice.
Shit, Rinkaz, I think she's gonna get the head!
Classe, you plebs and you're running.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty much dying, but can I do that?
You find yourself nearly toppling off of the statue, but grabbing one of its outstretched arms. You are now sort of like sitting on its shoulder 20 feet up in the air.
Okay.
As you take a look at this statue that you now find yourself on, you see a few things regarding it. Hang on just a second, I'm trying to just find, let's see here. You notice that from a finger hangs a key, and where its nipples should be, there are 2 keyholes.
Can I grab the key and examine its nipples?
You can do that. Before you do that, I'll just explain the other stuff on this thing. There's kind of multifaceted
explain
stuff.
everything. I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Where as I mentioned at the beginning of the start of this whole thing, where like a normal belly button would be, a lever is jutting out, kind of sitting in just a neutral position. And as I mentioned before, you notice at its neck level, it seems to be like you notice a crease, as though if you were to be able to work the head off of the shoulders, you could rend it free and hold on to it. So, with all of those details in mind, what would you like to do, Glace?
I guess. I mean, I'm immediately attracted to the nipples, so I want to investigate the nipples.
Anything besides the head is like the free object interaction. So you reach out, you grab the key that hangs from one of the infernal statue's fingers, and you notice the perfect keyhole where its left and right nipple should be.
Left or right? Let's hear the crowd. Left side, right side.
Woo! Woo!
I guess I'm gonna roll like a. Can I do like a
Yeah, like a D2 or something, or whatever you want to roll.
It's like, oh, am I gonna choose this one?
Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. Left is 1, right is 2.
Alright.
Right.
We're going right. Looks like we're going right. And if it's a free action, I want to put that keyhole in that right nipple.
Okay.
Hell yes. Do that.
Oh, I'm so excited to see what happens now.
It kills them or you.
This kills us.
Why did you wake me?
That's how I want
Kills.
to go. Kill me.
Kills 4 competitors from the outside in.
Mm.
I turned inside out.
That would be so terrible. That'd be so terrible.
Can we kill each other every week?
As a bonus action, I'm going to use Bardic Mantle of Inspiration to give myself 10 temporary HP, Fa 10 temporary HP, and if she would like, she could use she can move towards me, her speed, the safest, shortest path.
Yeah, the safest path is obviously into the water. The water's safe.
Well, before Fa moves, you inserted the key and turned it. Sorry, I was just reading to make sure I understood this.
Okay.
Glace, when you inserted that key into the creature's nipple, did you turn it to the left or to the right?
Oh, there's a difference!
What can I do a check to see if there's any indication on this creature about turning it left or turning it right?
You are sitting on it, so you have a very close inspection of the creature. You do not see any indication of what will happen.
I
I
love
mean,
chaos.
we're going right, so might as well.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty, am I right?
Oh, okay. I look at the crowd again, and I'm going to ask them left or right again, and it looks like it's left. Okay, we're going left.
Left.
We're the right nipple turning it left.
One guy in the audience is like, yeah, that's what I said! Right nipple, turn it left!
As you turn it, Glace, you hear a click as if it clicks in place
Uh-oh.
and could potentially in the future be turned back to a neutral position.
Uh-oh.
A feeling comes across you, Glace, as well as everyone else in the arena. You all feel an intense urge to approach the statue.
Oh, I'm getting that fucking head!
A what emoji
That-
statue?
That head is mine.
You feel an intense urge to approach the statue in whatever way you can.
God, I want
Glace,
that statue.
you feel this sensation within you, but practically sitting on the shoulder of the creature, you feel kind of quelled with that feeling, like you've done what you need to do. You don't.
She's like Gollum falling into the volcano with the ring.
Glace, you go ahead, as you said, you cast Mantle of Inspiration, gaining the hit points. Same thing to Fa. What was that extra bit for Fa now?
Fa can move her speed, the safest, shortest path to me.
She absolutely can.
That literally is jumping into the water if she wanted to do that.
Well,
You
it's
could
the safest
make a
path.
dive underwater, Fa.
If-
Alright.
Fa, you're actually close enough to take a look in the water if you'd like.
From 20 feet up?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
pretty clear, actually, now that you're actually at the edge of it, peering down.
Well, as to not give anybody weak wink advantage, I'll just wait for my turn.
Hey, very well, very
good,
well.
Good thinking.
All right, Glace. Fa, did you want to take advantage of any of that from Glace?
I got the temp HP,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did a Looney Tunes step off, and then turned around and jumped back on the pillar.
Okay.
Oh God, no!
All right, Glace, anything else? Now that
Yeah.
you're on the statue, you feel free from the web and magma below.
I'm
For
done.
now.
All right. Aesop, you're up.
Man, I really want to touch that statue, but also I'm going to use my object interaction for the turn to press the white button.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Just keeps happening.
What's wrong with you people?
Hey, Mr. Grenade Snake Mouth, don't tell me what's wrong.
Alright. You push the white button. As you do, it clicks in place, similar to the green one, almost as though signifying you could push it again to depress it and have it pop back out. Actually, before you push that white button, Aesop, I just want to let you know, because you're close enough and the map is, kind of tiny where that pillar is. There's a green button that you pushed, a yellow button to the east, a blue button to the south, and that's not a white button, it's a skull button.
Yeah, we're gonna press that.
Oh, hit the skull, hit the skull, hit the skull, hit the skull.
Yeah, we're gonna press the skull button.
Skull.
I say, Aesop's like, ooh, I'm gonna move
Should I do it?
I'm gonna move to that. Yeah,
Should I do it?
He pops his head up. I'm gonna move to that fucking demon statue, but first I'm gonna press the skull right quick.
Are you still covered in this bluish cloud?
Yeah, the cloud's still fucking there, man. I'm about to die, aren't I, Jason? But that's okay.
Aesop, you're the only one who sees this.
Uh-oh.
You feel something pull at you.
Uh-oh. This was bad. This was dumb.
Oh shit.
But not your physical form, like something within you, something deeper than just your physical form. You feel some type of magic almost pulling at the edges of your soul.
No!
And your body collapses as your soul is pulled into the skull button like a magic jar spell. The last thing you hear as it's pulled within is a clicking noise as you fully push it within.
I was supposed to do that.
You all see the blue smoke clear, and there's just Aesop's gnarled body flipping off the audience.
Il is like nudging his head with his elbow, a little confused.
Il shrugs and just kind of walks off, I guess.
Jumps into the lava.
Okay, buddy.
He'll like start smoking a cigarette and leans up against the wall.
Yeah. So that happens.
Ridkaz, you heard Aesop say, "I'm gonna press this skull button," and the fog disappeared, and Aesop was dead.
You heard the click of the button and see Aesop collapse on the wooden floor. However,
I don't know what I expected.
he does not teleport out of the arena. His body is still there.
Ridkaz, you know what happened, but you really want to touch that demon statue.
Yes,
Knowledge
he does.
checks
He doesn't
are
want to
free.
go that way.
Please, Ridkaz, make a knowledge check to knowledge check.
Can
He
I
doesn't
make a
want to go that
knowledge
way.
check?
He
Absolutely.
wants to go this way.
Let's see I take a knowledge check to look at the fallen gladiator and try and
What type
determine
of-
what.
What type of check are you making?
I would like to use my wisdom perception check to find to take a search action, which I have advantage on because I have.
Now, if you take a search action, that is your action. So you'll have to wait till your turn to do that.
A knowledge check then would be.
A knowledge check is a little less time consuming.
I don't know what the hell is that? That's not magic, is it? I mean, shit.
You guys don't have to make checks to realize a lot of shit in this arena is magic.
Yeah.
I'd like to take a check on the statue to see if I can resist it then. Because obviously we saw Aesop die. I know he's dead.
This is so in character for Ridkaz.
It is. Well,
I'm gonna take one on the statue then. I'd like to.
You gonna make like a what? An investigation check?
Yes.
Okay.
The big old +0.
Hey, you can use. Oh shit.
Thank you, roll 20.
Wow.
Do I get a good boy card in the arena?
We're ignoring good boy, bad boy cards just because there's already 1,000 things happening. However, you do very easily get the sense, because you've actually seen some other people interact with items too, that everything that seems to be interacting with, besides maybe the stuff that is in these pillars that you saw Fa pull out this bag, one of them, everything else, the buttons, the levers, the keyholes, they all seem to be able to be pressed or returned back to their neutral state. And you get the sense with your natural 20 that that's going to dissolve whatever effect they originally had.
Yeah, I mean, you could press that button, Ringcast, but you really want to go to that demon statue, don't you?
You know if you were to press the skull button again, because it is pushed into place, that it would reset and you'd get Aesop back.
But I gotta go to that statue and I can't resist it.
You gotta
It
go
is
to that statue, bro. You
Very
can't
difficult.
outgo to the
You can
statue.
try to move somewhere besides heading towards the statue, but I need you to make a save. So you just let me know what you plan to do.
I think you should just kill Fa this turn, personally, and then move to the statue, because you really want to do that.
But before you do that,
Whoa, what?
before you do any of that, it's actually Sun Kong's turn.
Oh,
true, that's
wait,
my
what?
turn.
Oh, that's right.
The knowledge check, but
Yeah, he's
More
making a knowledge
levers.
check.
More
No,
levers.
yeah. I definitely want to get to that statue, but before I do that, I pull.
Now, Jason, is there a skull-shaped lever by chance?
Or they are just.
There is a iron level, a lever, a brass, platinum, and copper.
What was the one I pulled? The north
The one that you pulled was the iron lever.
And you said there's brass, copper, and what?
Brass, copper, and platinum.
Oh, can I pull the platinum?
Sure. You use your free object interaction to pull the platinum lever. As you do, you hear the familiar click as it sets in place, and you watch as the iron lever that you pulled to the north actually snaps back up to a neutral position.
Oh, ooh.
Maybe it can't activate with the lava. Oh well, I tried.
Well,
So,
hang on.
Well, now something else is gonna happen,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
You all watch as the magma floor begins to dissipate.
Kulakan, you're saved!
Oh.
Wait, let me see if I can predict this. The floor, the water turns to ice, but like ice spears and starts impaling everyone, and especially cool.
No! I swear to God if that's what happens.
It's actually stalagmites, not spears, but
Hang on just a second. Let me make sure I have this all set up correctly.
Sudcog, this is the worst game of Bob that I've ever played.
The marble-like floor beneath you, made stone-like, but almost a marble quality floor that's thick, returns under all of your feet. And you watch as small holes begin to appear within just maybe a feet or so within one another. So, Kong, you watch from your position. Hang on just a second. As spikes jut out all across the entire
Oh, Kulakan, no! He's dead.
Man.
Gosh, that's worse for Nvidi, huh? He doesn't have spike resistance, I'm pretty sure.
No, and VD climbed up. You climbed, didn't you, VD?
I am on top.
Oh,
But we're all compelled to go see the statue across a bed of hell.
It's okay. I've got my
I
ways.
really want to play with that statue.
Let's roll for Kulakan over here.
Kulakan.
Oh, please let the grenade
Poor
just go.
thing, man. It just got animated and it's just gonna completely destroy
He
it.
has 18 left, Jason.
It takes 12 piercing damage. It still holds tight that grenade in its mouth,
Oh, it's
Ringcat.
piercing.
Are the webs gone?
Jutting through, cutting through the last bit of web, considering they are already on fire, they are torn asunder. However, the web still covers areas of the wooden flooring, like where you are, Sun Kong. You'll have to use a strength check as an action to pull yourself free.
Oh, it's strength. Just straight strength. I can't use like.
It is
athletics or
a.
something?
Hang on, just a second.
It's literally strength check, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, this
okay.
is straight strength. That's right.
Not a strong point.
Well, now what is Sun Kong gonna do?
Thank
mean,
you, wife.
Yeah.
Loves it.
You need to
likes
stop
that
your
statue.
wife, Twinkaz.
I mean that statue, right, Sun Kong?
No, I know. I've got to free myself, and I really want to free myself. So I think that means I am getting advantage on my strength save.
Okay, good job. Good use of your inspiration.
I feel like that's what I would do. I really want to get to that statue. So
Don't forget, you guys, your companions.
yeah, she can't help me with a strength save.
That's okay. I'm not trying to say that to goad
I
any of you guys. Just trying to remind you, because there's a lot going on. Just keep in mind they're there to help.
12. I'm assuming I'm stuck.
You try to wrench your feet free from the thick web and are unable to do so.
Damn it. Well, in that case, what are the other two levers made out of?
You did use your object interaction this round, unless you have some other way to do it. But you still see
I still have an action. I like my normal action.
that was your strength or your action to try and break free. Unfortunately, the other
actually,
two levers that are here are a copper and brass lever. Just for your information.
I was given this a while ago.
Uh-oh.
Let me check it. Come on.
Why should it don't be days?
And I don't. My computer just crashed.
Wow.
Hold
Nice. Well, I guess your turn's
Hold on.
over.
Hold on. It's coming back.
That's quick.
Man.
Alright, I'm gonna.
No, like I don't know what. Like the screen went black, but now I've got my character sheet at least.
The most important thing.
Yeah. I have got one bomb. Thank you, Aesop.
I mean, it's an action to use it.
Can somebody measure? Because I don't know why I can't. I can't see my roll 20.
Who are you measuring?
Gotcha.
From me to you actually, Fa. Sorry.
30. You can throw it at long range, but you already used your action this turn.
35 feet, and if you're traveling on foot, another 20 to go up the ladder.
No, but I mean, how far?
Just
far is
35
far from
feet
me?
out, just without any verticality.
I can
Regular
just
bond
throw-
range is 30.
Yeah.
Long range is
So
35 or more.
You're just
Right.
out of range.
Yeah.
so what happens at long range?
Long
I can't
range
do that, right?
is it's with disadvantage, but it doesn't matter because you already used your action this turn to try to escape, as I mentioned a couple of times.
Oh, sorry. Well, in that case, then I think I can't do anything.
Okay. Fa. The floor has been replaced from magma to thick, 4 or so feet tall spikes that jut from the ground. You feel as though if you were standing there, it would have hurt badly.
Huh. How do you like that? Actual lava to practical lava. So a point of clarity for the cube of force. If I decide not to let the spikes go through, can I how does that for me moving around? Can I not?
It would still be difficult terrain, but you could technically shimmy across the top of the spikes, considering that they are only a foot or so apart.
That's actually
Fucking A, boys, let's go! 1, 2.
Also keep in mind before you get off that pillar that you didn't interact with whatever was up there. Just pointing it out.
Yeah, no, good point. I guess I will look at the one that I already have first.
It looks like a bag, but you did notice that it almost animated, and you saw where it tried to almost like bite at your hand. And now sits at your side.
The bag did. I thought the pillar did.
No,
Okay.
the bag. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want to do an investigation check on it.
Sure.
Just a slide plus 12, also passive's 22. I don't know if you want works or...
With your passive 22, that's pretty high. The way that it shifted and moved and tried to bite at the hand as it sort of wrestled with it a little bit, picking it up, you know the movements of this and would be able to piece together that this is a bag of devouring.
Oh. Aw. Foss stands up really proud and looks at Sun Kong with big saucers in her eyes, and then... Oh, actually, that's a bad idea. She just jumps down instead. Shit.
I'm sorry, that doesn't seem to be getting you closer to that awesome demon statue, though.
Also,
Yeah,
don't
you
forget,
want to go to.
you didn't interact with that pillar.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I want to just drop this into the water.
You drop the bag of devouring into the clear water that you could take a look down into if you wanted to.
I was just hoping if that stirred up anything, I would know.
It splashes.
And
It begins
I'll-
to get foggier and foggier as the distortion of the water. You see it float further and further down. Nothing happens.
Gross. Water. I'll use my magical hand to this one.
Okay. You kind of push the spectral hand against this trapdoor. It opens up. Within, you see a magical darkness. Your spectral hand floats inside and pulls up what looks to be a cloak made of feathers.
Ooh.
Oh, that's all.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it on then.
Hell yeah!
You
How
put
bad
the
could it
cloak
be?
on, and you feel, without making any checks, you feel much lighter than you did before.
Oh!
Feathers and gold.
Nice.
So now I want to try and use my movement. Do I must have to move towards the statue?
You have a strong urge to move towards the statue. You can try to fight it, but you'll need to make a save.
Hey, I'm gonna fight this feeling. What's the save?
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Whiz bang. I am going to play my inspiration card. It had Rinkaz's name on it, but that was before the floor turned left. I'm gonna use it to recover 2d6 hit points,
Probably
fair enough.
a good idea.
and then I will also gain advantage in the sky.
Gotcha.
Whiz. Say again.
Bardic and spell.
Yep, I'm Bardic Inspiration. So I'm gonna whiz bang. 0. My companion gives me +2, so +2 on advantage. 14.
Nice.
I'm gonna use my Bardic Inspiration D10.
Very nice.
Oh god. So 15 to 17.
Nice.
You
Nice.
fight against the urge and find yourself able to move away from the statue.
Yep. Boom.
As you toss yourself off of this pillar, you expect to clamber down on top of the spikes with your cube of force, except you now realize you are floating in the air.
Oh! I just want to keep floating until over here then.
You seem to be able to do that with no issue.
Do I feel like I levitated over there or flew across?
You feel like you flew across.
Wow. Alright, cool.
You get the sense now, putting two and two together, that this cloak grants you essentially the same effect as the wings of flying.
Nice.
Whoa, nice.
Alright. Did it cost me an action to don the coat, or do I still have an action left?
That's an interaction.
That is an object interaction. So technically that does use up your action.
Okay.
Because you already used it to open up that area to get the cloak.
Yeah.
Although it would commanding your hand, what does that require? Is that a free action? What is that?
Well, that was just the object. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
I think you're done.
Yeah, I think it's a bonus action for that.
If it's a bonus action, you still have your item object interaction, so you can put the cloak on and you still have your action left.
Oh, yep, it's my cunning action.
Oh.
Okay, so you still have your action left. You float over to the third and highest pillar, 30 feet up.
I look at Sun Kong, and since nothing can pass through my barrier, I just look at him and hold finger to my head. He casts. Not me. Bells. That spelled called.
Tolls.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no.
Toll the Dead?
Yeah, Toll
Mine's-
the Dead.
Mind Spike.
Mind Spike. Oh, that's a good one.
Sure, Mind Spike.
Toll the Mind!
At third level.
Ooh, drawing some blood.
Yeah.
So what happens to Sun Kong?
21 psychic damage from the
21 psychic damage, unless he's got a better than +6 wisdom save.
Wisdom. Okay. Could be worse.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's 16.
Oh, so 21 psychic damage. You have.
Dang.
You essentially can't be invisible to me otherwise.
Ooh, I have resistance to psychic.
Oh! Well, still 11 psychic damage.
It's still chip off on the block.
Anything else, Fa?
She sits down with a from.
Roll me a d20.
Stupid monkey
Oh.
being smart enough to save.
It's 10 damage.
Cool, sorry.
7.
Lucky 7.
Turn into a bird. Turn into a bird.
No!
Turn into a bird.
You guys want him to turn into a bird?
Turn
Bird.
What's happening? What is this? How is it the only time you're swayed is when it's me being turned into a bird?
Join us, one of us. Turn into a bird.
I'm sorry, please roll me a d6. Sorry, wrong die.
6.
Six is bird. Six is bird.
Roll a 7 on the 6.
Bird and a half.
You watch as with a flash, Gira disappears and is replaced by Ash.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
The useless one.
What? What?
Is he useless?
It depends
not
on
melee.
who. It depends on
melee.
who's using him.
Yeah.
With the anti-life shell, it's kind of useless.
Hmm.
Oh, we ain't turning off anti-life shell.
All right.
Who's gonna stop us, then one?
Hey, no one.
Nvidi, you're up, buddy.
BT.
Kill Glace. Kill Glace.
Well, you're kind of
I
compelled.
really want to go near that statue.
See her sitting
Hey,
lovely on the statue.
Fight it. Fight it. Fight
You
it.
can attack people on the way to the statue, I'm just saying.
And you can fight it.
But
There-
what
there's
if
a lot
you
of
hit the
things.
Statue?
There's a lot of things, but first, I'm in sticky webs.
Yes,
This
you
is
are.
true.
It happens.
Very sticky webs.
Mhm.
It's
And-
natural for a boy growing.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
true.
This is also true.
Um,
All the time.
if I'm being compelled to move towards the statue,
You can fight it. It takes
You
a
can
wisdom
fight.
saving throw.
Join us in VD.
Fight
You don't
it,
have to
fight it.
fight it. It's all good in the.
There's
Look at the
also
meter
a lot
now.
of spikes on the way there.
All
Okay.
Just Just like luxuriating, like tweaking his nipples.
It's just so inviting.
Okay. Wisdom save against moving. Is that an action or whatever?
No, it's just a save to try to fight against the urge to only move towards the statue.
That's 6.
Oh, that statue though.
You try to fight, but you are just compelled to only move towards it if you decide to move. But you also realize you're still stuck in web.
Oh.
That statue looks like it's having a lot of fun. I have to go to that statue.
Yeah, that's a catch-22. I want to move to the statue, and I'm covered in webs, but I also see all the spikes. Guess the statue is worth walking over the spikes?
You have to use an action to try to escape the webs.
Right.
Fail, you
So,
Yeah, you can't.
I will...
Well, yeah, let's see if you break out of the webs if you want to go anywhere.
Yeah, I gotta do that first. Let's try to break out of those webs. Since I failed. That's a strength check.
Yep.
The +1 that wife gave me by using our Twitch points. Thank you, wife, husband and wife stream. Is it mandatory +1 on the next roll, or is it whenever I want to use it?
Just when you'd like to use it.
It's just whenever. Yeah.
All right, I will not be using it to break out. It is a 4 strength check.
You are securely held in place by the webbing.
Oh dear.
Good turn, Infinity.
It's so nice over here.
Doesn't matter
on
about those spikes.
statue.
Can't go anywhere.
All by myself.
Just rubbing this demon's pecs. Bulging biceps.
Man.
What a thought.
I look over at Sun Kong and kind of give him a thumbs up. Like, Sun Kong, you okay?
He thumbs you up.
So I will.
Get out of this web.
It's really it. At will is just at will, right? It doesn't take
That's
an action. It is an action.
Wait,
okay,
wait, what are you talking about?
I was just gonna make more sparkles because I need to be entertaining.
Do it. Do it.
So I will make a like a light show around Runid with his armor. Make it kind of like disco ball off of it. Just kind of sit there.
Crowd cheers. Anything else for Nvd/Jira, who is free of web, hovering
Jira-
above the spikes?
Actually, there's no more laser light shows, so Jira can fly.
That's correct. Can't move within your shell, but it can go wherever else it needs to.
Jira's gonna fly up here, and I really wish he could be in my shell,
Don't we all?
but he cannot. He cannot be in my shell. That is it for me.
Alright, we're going to roll back to the top of the round. Let me take a quick PP break.
New round.
So,
PP break.
be right back. Just a very quick, 3-minute PP break.
That snake had to move to the center with a grenade in its mouth.
Oh no!
At the statue.
The snake is gonna die on its next turn.
Nah,
It
he's
is
gonna
in
be
the-
fine. He's gonna be
It's
fine.
in web and spikes. It's dead.
No,
The webs
no,
should be gone.
Yeah, webs are gone. He's
Roll
good.
back up to the
But
top.
the spikes are still there.
You
No
all
effect.
watch as the web dissipates, and I need Aesop. Please give me a D100 roll.
I'm alive! I'm alive for just a short amount of
Yeah.
Question: since he took damage from the spikes after on that turn, when he had to take it again on his turn, that would be twice before he's got to move.
The spikes jutted out, catching him, so you feel like they would not. They wouldn't puncture him again. However, it's still difficult terrain to move within them. All right,
38.
let's take a look. 38, rolling to 38.
More spikes.
Oh gosh, no, please. Let's take a look at this here. Aesop! I mean, you're fine, because your soul isn't there. Everybody else, please roll me a dexterity saving throw as grease covers the floor of the entirety of the arena.
Wait, I'm not on the floor.
Glace, you're
And-
safe.
Okay.
And also in this 15-foot cube
Fa-
around me, because
Fa, you're safe. Everyone else.
High five.
Is Greece considered living?
No.
What?
No.
it was at one point.
23.
Oh. Rinkaz, you fall prone.
Hey, no,
Whoa.
that was 23. That was the bless he got the one on.
A
Oh.
23?
That's what?
Oh, sorry.
Some really greasy grease,
Oh
man.
my
Yeah.
god.
Sun Kong,
He saw the one.
you fall prone. Obviously the spikes are difficult terrain, but now even the areas up on the platforms of wood and the stone pillars are fine, but these areas of wood you guys are standing on, it's difficult terrain.
What about Kulikon?
He's fine.
Silicon is in deep shit. Rinkaz, you go first.
That snake has not moved or done anything this entire fight. He has stayed there.
It's got a fucking grenade in its mouth. What do you expect?
The question is the snake compelled to go to the demon?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Compel it to do that.
So I passed the dexterity saving throw. Do I still have to make a subsequent dexterity saving throw every time I move now?
No, it kind of appeared underneath you out of nowhere and made you slip, but now you're able to find good footing, but it's still a little slippery, so it's difficult terrain not to fall on your ass again moving across it.
I would like to use my last point of luck to gain advantage, or excuse me, whatever the hell, luck, to break free from the nipple
What?
statue.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
Okay.
So
Unless
I'm
you
go-
already know the DC, you don't have to spend your luck point yet.
Yeah, you can see if it's a good or bad roll first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say you already knew the DC, so you had to use it beforehand.
Before you tell me the outcome, I'm going to roll a d20 for the save. I have +4 from my wisdom base,
And
and I'm going to roll for the bless. And then if that doesn't equal it, I will.
How are you blessed?
He took a potion from me. It's last a full
Oh.
hour.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Glace's like, what the fuck?
Not the
So
concentration.
jealous.
Hey, BT Dubs, I can make this for
Uh-oh.
anyone for 300 gold a pop.
Yeah, I have one.
Does a 24 pass?
Rinkaz, you are easily able to pull against the urge to go to the statue, seeing that you want to help out Aesop.
I look to the crowd and I say, my mind, the demon, there's such an evil force, I'm compelled to go to it. Oh wait, it's just my part. And I take a dash action to run, and I use up just a little of the grease to use a terrible Apex pro gamer slide over. And I will probably. He's dead? Does he have the shield on his corpse? The anti-life
Just
shield?
push me out of the way like a puck! Like a fucking hockey puck! I'm
Well,
dead
I mean,
weight.
that's what I'm trying to make sure. If I move him with the anti-life shield, I want to move him away and not obviously over the ledge.
If you push your shell into his, it's going to push him away. So keep in mind, every 5 feet of movement is 10 because it's difficult terrain. But you can move freely.
Wait, it's difficult terrain up here now?
Even up here, yes.
From
the grease spell. It covers the entirety of the arena.
The grease.
Except like the
that's what I
pillars
asked
in the
before.
water.
That's what I said. Do I have to take a save since I passed it at the beginning?
No save, but it's still difficult terrain.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Because it's just
I'm not getting to
it's
use
like
that.
you to not trip, you have to go slower. So
That's fine. Just move your normal movement and shoot someone as you start moving towards me.
I will move to there. That will probably push him 10 feet away if I did my math.
So go ahead and move there. Nothing is stopping you from moving there. And as you move there, that pushes Aesop's lifeless
Aesop's
corpse
lifeless
to the side.
corpse just fades away.
From this distance, you at least see the green button on the stand has been pushed in.
Well, Aesop also yelled, "I'm pushing the skull button!"
Yeah,
before he
you
died.
surmise that on the other side the skull is pushed in too. Anything else, Rinkaz?
I would like to tell the snake for its turn. Is moving into the water going to kill it? Is he going to receive damage if he moves into the water from the spikes?
The spikes have already jut up around him, so it's difficult terrain for him to move around in the spikes, but he will no longer take any damage. They've already jut out and stabbed him. He's fine.
Alright, for my turn and his turn, I'm just going to give him a 5-foot movement, and he's a snake. I assume that he can float or dive down just a little.
He does have a 30-foot swim speed, actually.
Well, I'll say you kind of see a little bit of a scary sight as this massive snake shifts into the clear water and begins to just shift around.
Armed grenade in his mouth.
A grenade in its maw.
And he is compelled to move towards the statue, yes?
Yes.
Alright, so we'll do the proper move. That would be...
I mean,
Anti-life.
anti-life. Yeah, he can't climb up as long as Glace's on there.
Okay,
Well,
so this...
he could get up there because Glace's 20 feet up in the air on the shoulder of the statue.
Okay. Well, then he's got to do that. He's
Well,
got to
he
move
won't.
back.
He is going to take... That's 1, 2, 3... That's 20 to get him on there, 25 for him to touch the...
You can move
thing.
him over there. Glace watches this snake swims through the water and slithers through the spikes to the base of the statue underneath you.
This is great.
And he's going to crawl like a snake up 5 feet.
He can only get so far. He probably gets like, he's 10 feet himself. So his head practically touches the bottom of Glace's anti-life shell.
Amazing.
Okay, so he's just chilling there like
So
a
he's
snake.
essentially right underneath her. But yeah, Glace, you're like stuck in a tree and there's a massive viper underneath you.
With a grenade in it.
With a grenade in its mouth.
And I'll end mine and his turn there.
Okay,
Potentially just
it
like-
does nothing, Glace. Except stare at you. Glace, you're up. There's a snake with a grenade in its mouth.
Going to...
There's still plenty of things on the statue if you wanted to interact with any of those. You still have your anti-life shell, keep that in mind. It would push the snake if you were to descend.
Pull the lever. Pull the lever.
I mean, yeah, I'm here, so I might as well pull the lever.
Yes.
I'm bloodied anyway, so I'll pull the lever.
You pull the lever of the statue.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is a gargoyle considered living?
It is now because it's animated.
The boss said it best.
Glace, you reach for this lever at the stomach of the statue. As you wiggle it to try to move it, you get the sense that you could either pull it like a lever, but it almost feels like it's got enough give where you could pull it out as well.
Yeah, you
Either one.
I like slowly turn back to the crowd and I wink. And I want to
pull it out.
I slowly, ever so gently, just pull it out. Oops.
Oops. That's amazing. I know who's winning most entertaining.
Told you it wasn't going to be a contest. Come on.
It gives, and you pull it out. As you pull it out, you realize it looks now less like a lever, and you now seem to be holding a hilt of what looks like a longsword.
Oh. No.
But
Uh-huh.
this hilt of a longsword, it's missing its blade.
Where am I gonna find this blade?
Knowledge checks are free.
Um.
And again, everything in this arena seems like it's magical.
Great. Can I look around the arena and see if there's like a blade-shaped thing?
It's in his ass.
It's a blade-shaped box.
Well, there is one more keyhole, right?
One more keyhole. You could do a check on the item yourself. There is a keyhole, but not large enough. You know, it's like
Alright,
keyhole size.
Let's
It
look
wouldn't
at
be.
this item. I want to do, I guess, an investigation check on this item.
Sure.
Wow, what do you know? I do a check. Yeah, that's a fucking 6.
You feel like this item may have some other properties to it, but you're unsure of what they are this turn.
Great. So do I still have an action?
Yeah. That was just your kind of quick look over the item. You could also hold it up and see if Fa could see what's going on with it too.
Yeah, I'll do that. I want to...
Fa, do you want to make a check on the item as Glace has pulled it, wrenched it free from the chest of the creature? Or the statue?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
I say, what'd you get?
Pulled this lever out from the demon statue, and I don't know what it is, but it looks like something long and sharp goes on the other side of it.
Oh. What is the check looking for? Investigation.
What do you want to do? It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, investigation. It's my stupidest skill, so... That's a 19. 7 roll.
From the make of the item, the way that it is crafted, you put the pieces together in your mind. You've used plenty of magic items in your time. What Glace is holding is not just the hilt of some broken longsword. She's holding a sunblade in her hand.
What?
Hey, Fob, what do I have? What do I have?
It says right there on the side, it says Blade 5000.
Oh, somebody 5. How do I work it? How do I work it?
I don't... Give me the manual, I'll figure it out.
We shake it like this? I'm shaking it.
Glace, you can use a bonus action to cause a blade of pure radiance to spring into existence or make the blade disappear. While it exists, this magic longsword has a finesse property. You're proficient with short swords or long swords, you're proficient with the sunblade.
I'm not, I don't think.
Hang
No,
on
you
just
are.
a second.
I'm proficient in staffs. So I don't know what.
It looks pretty.
Oh, 2-weapon fighting. I can do 2-weapon fighting. Oh,
No,
crossbows,
that's-
longsword. Actually, longsword, rapier, short sword, simple.
Ooh,
There you go.
there you go.
Now, do I
You
still
get
have
a
an
You get a +2 bonus to your attack and damage rolls made with a weapon, and it deals radiant damage instead of slashing.
Whoa.
Also, the sword's luminous blade emits bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15 feet. The light is sunlight.
Can I... So do I still have an action and bonus action?
You still technically have an action. All you did was wrench it free, quickly take a look at it, and Fa kind of looked as you were trying to check it out and noticed what it was.
As my
You still
action...
have your movement, you still have your action.
Okay. As my action, I would like to activate... what is it called? Mantle of... No. Distracting Beauty. And add my Charisma modifier to my AC for 1 minute.
The crowd cheers as motes of light extend around your form, Glace.
So that puts me at a whopping 20 AC. And as my bonus action, I would like to... Fuck. As a bonus action, I will,
There's only a statue and a snake to fuck. Just be warned, it has a grenade in its mouth.
I'm not in snake.
Okay.
I can move. Well, I'm gonna give Fa Bardic Inspiration
Okay.
as my bonus action. And I guess... Do I want to move? Am I compelled to this demon at all?
You are compelled to the demon, but you feel satiated sitting on top of it. You could always make a wisdom saving throw to fight it to move somewhere else.
I feel like Glace's in the middle of it all. She
Also,
just
keep in mind that's for you physically moving. So, some magic that would take you from one place to another doesn't count as that. Wouldn't require a check to do that.
Great. Well, I'll remember that for my next turn. I'm done.
Did you use your action?
The Distracting Beauty was my action.
Oh, okay. Does that require your full action to cast it?
Distracting Beauty, 1 action. That's what it says on D&D Beyond.
No, the Distracting Beauty is part of your homebrew stuff, though. I don't think that requires a full action.
Oh.
I mean, we could look it up later, right?
Yeah, I mean...
I'm gonna roll that as a bonus action. That's part of your Eidolon race.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'll remember that for D&D Beyond later, and, I don't think I can change it anyway. So, I guess that was my bonus action, Fa. You don't get a Bardic Inspo, sorry. As my action, I will, I wasn't expecting this. Can I...
I'm looking it up now.
It'd be the same as like Paladin Orders, right?
What?
It'd work the same as like a Paladin Aura, no?
Oh, I don't know.
How does that work?
I don't.
Bonus action to do that, Glace. So you still have your full action left.
Uh-huh. And this fucking snake, can I try to charm... How far away is he?
Uh-oh.
I want to try to charm Rinkaz again.
Okay. You definitely see him. He has the anti-life shell around him, but that doesn't protect him from your magic.
I mean, dominate him, sorry. That is a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no! Rinkaz, you tried. It was a valiant effort.
I mean, he's gonna just roll 20 again, so it's cool.
Well, let's see.
I use my life instead.
You have to use it before because you know the DC.
I don't.
Or you could use your actual inspiration to roll twice.
Yep.
It's up to you. You could always keep that too.
I have no clue what the DC is. Yeah, I don't remember it from earlier, but I would know it in character.
Recast, honey, why don't you take a swing at the winning team? I mean, on the winning team for me.
Yes, I'm dying.
Okay, so
Wisdom saving throw.
Make the save or don't.
yeah, well, I'm going to make the save.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a course bless as well. So this is my roll plus my modifier. I would like to use Indomitable.
Oh God, you have so many rerolls.
I'm done.
Does a 23 resist?
23, Glace?
Hey, the DC was 17, you guys.
I didn't know. Okay.
It seems as though Rinkaz's mind is particularly resilient to some of that. Although as you keep working on him, that may be
I'm
expended
not
at some
gonna keep
point.
working on him, no.
Anything else, Glace?
I'm done.
Aesop's soul's trapped in a
Hello?
button. Sun Kong!
Where am I?
The web down below your feet has dissipated. However, you feel a strong, compelling impulse to head towards the statue if you were to go anywhere. And you're on mute.
Which two levers have I not pulled?
You have not pulled the brass and you've not pulled the copper.
Let's try brass. Pull.
You pull the brass lever. As it begins to move, the platinum lever you previously pulled snapbacks into a neutral position. The spikes that have surrounded this arena jut back into their holes, and the spikes disappear.
The snake is 5 feet off the ground. Please. Blow that damn statue to hell.
The holes where these spikes jutted out from shift back and disappear. However, beginning to cover the floor is a soft earth that is populated by dense shrubs and vegetation.
Oh. Well, that's nice. Oh. That's mossy.
All creatures on the ground floor of this arena have half cover. They are lightly obscured to all creatures. However, it's difficult terrain.
Interesting.
What else, Sun Kong?
Alright, well, I guess I'm moving. Your moss covered up. Did your moss cover up the statue?
No.
Oh, can't see it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, kind of technically did. Let's see. Let's try and move it. Over to this. There we go. All right. What else you got, buddy?
Okay. I'm gonna actually pull out my quarterstaff. Move. 1, 5.
Well, hang on.
10.
Before you move, you'll need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Otherwise-
I'm gonna be moving towards it. I just need a running start.
Well, you feel like you can only move directly towards it.
Okay.
Even if you want to kind of move over to the side and run towards it, you still have to make the save.
I guess I'd try it anyway, actually.
Sure.
Wisdom save. Nope, wrong thing. Oh well. 7 plus. Oh, I failed. 7 plus 3.
Yeah, you feel
10.
like the only way you could move this turn is directly towards it.
Man, what about that statue, though?
Something about that
Do I-
statue.
I'm up against like I can't go back anymore, right?
Correct. You are up against the wall of force.
Okay.
What's the statue made out of again?
Looks like some type of dark black stone, or perhaps even obsidian.
I jump down.
You find yourself in the thick brush that surrounds you. This is difficult terrain in the brush.
Okay, and then so it takes double movement, right?
Correct.
So I moved 5. Does that count? Since I jumped down, is that just like 5 feet, or or does it take 30 feet?
It's going to be 30 feet, so
Yeah.
you'll take 2d6.
Oh well, I have slow fall.
Okay, you're fine then.
But for movement's sake, I've used 40 feet of movement then.
No, not technically. If you're dropping, that doesn't count as movement.
Okay,
Up
that
to you.
was my question. All right, cool. So I moved that. So I will. Let's see, 5.
I don't think that would count as movement.
5, 10, 15, 20. Even though it's technically 10 feet.
Falls high enough so that your shells don't connect.
I am. Ooh, I forgot about that.
But if you're trying to make a running jump, it may be difficult with fall up there.
And
30
it also
feet in the
says,
air.
according to the jump calculator, if it's difficult terrain, I need to make a DC 10 acrobatics check to jump. At least that's what that calculator thing says.
Don't worry, just go.
Okay. Okay, so I'm using that ability pole vault.
All right.
Using my quarterstaff, it doubles my long jump amount. My normal long jump, according to that calculator, is 24.
Sure.
So that means doubled is 48.
All right. You making the jump?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Give me the acrobatics check.
Sure, no problem.
Like plus 20 on this.
Plus 13.
Jeez.
So 25.
Oh, fuck. You are able to, against all odds, clear Faw's anti-life shell and bound straight, towards the statue?
Yeah?
You shift through the air. Make another acrobatics check as you see your anti-life shell coming dangerously close to Glace's.
Okay. This
I
would be
mean-
fun.
At that point, he would just like bounce off, right, and fall into the water. Like,
24.
You connect into Glace's anti-life shell.
Okay.
I'll say still flying.
no,
She's
he was never-
she's
I was
sitting on
never
the statue.
flying.
She's sitting on the statue.
Oh, that's
You
right. You
bounce
dimension
off.
door.
Hang on, down into the water as you splash.
Awesome.
On the next episode of Ninja Warrior.
The water's relatively clear. It doesn't hurt as you splash into it, Sun Kong.
I guess, so I got 10, and then I jumped.
You're not sure how deep it goes.
Sure.
I think I can just swim then, because that.
If you have extra
Or is-
movement, you could swim. Similar to Kulikon, you could at least get beneath Glace.
Technically, I
Push the
moved
snake out.
And you'd push the snake off.
5, 10, 15,
Kulikon just
20
wants to-
technically.
And hero against somebody.
5. I guess just 10 to pull myself up.
Yep, you push Kulikon into the waters.
No.
Good. So, what to do? What is around the statue?
What is
Grass.
around the statue?
No,
Dense
like
vegetation.
on the statue.
On the statue is various things. However, because of where Glace is sitting, you cannot reach any of them. There is 2 keyholes where its nipple should be, a key in one of them, and a slot. What looked like there once was a lever. However, Glace now holds a sunblade in her hand. Also, it looks like the head could be removed from the statue, but you'd have to get Glace out of there to reach it.
No.
Even if I like send a key wave at you, I can't move you. So, like,
Let's make a decision. Come on, guys, snap your turns. We've been
I'm
going
done.
for a
I'm done.
while.
I'm done. I'm done.
All right. Before we move to Fa, this is a question to everybody. It doesn't matter what your answers are. Do you want to finish this round and call it, or do you want to go to 1? It's up to you guys.
I'm good to go. I'm good to go longer, but whatever you guys want.
I'm going to go longer, but Glace, you're sick, right?
I'm good to go longer. This, yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
You sure?
I want to make sure everybody's good with it. Fa, you good?
Fine, good. Good fun.
Rinkaz, you good?
As long as everyone else is good, that's fine.
Okay, okay. All right. As long as everyone else is good, Fa, you're up.
Fa uses her magic hand to reach in the thing.
You reach into the 3rd pillar, wrenching around, trying to find what is inside.
What will we find in the giant pillar?
Pulling out of the magical darkness is a bottle that seems to be full of some type of almost milky white looking liquid.
Drink it. Drink it.
Blech. Yeah, I'll just stow it. So that'll be my bonus action.
It's like
to,
it's like a fist size full of some type of solution. You can make a check on it. You can stow it for later. It's up to you. All his checks are free.
Okay. I'll do a check on it. Investigation.
I'll take whatever. Again, most things here seem magic in some way, but you can make an investigation check.
I'm less magical.
Okay. Investigation has worked for you before, so absolutely.
Plus 12. Whee! 25. Oh.
What you're holding, Fa, is sovereign glue.
Oh, shit!
Oh, I need that.
It is a permanent. It can form a permanent adhesive bond between any 2 objects.
Mayday.
I think Fa is the
Mission
best
Jason.
person. And
Fuzz.
Glue their
Fine.
bubbles together.
As she looks at Sun Kong and decides
What you get?
maybe this is a bad idea and just kind of like lazily floats this way.
oh,
Oh, wait, actually, before I do that, Glace, can you fly?
I mean, I can if I wanted to. Why?
You probably need to.
Okay.
2, 3, 4. Then I guess I could use my action to pull the lever, or that's the end of my turn.
You commanded the hand, which we found last time was not your interact action. So if you want to do that, you can.
Well, because I used it to stow, that's a bonus action.
Okay. Okay.
And
So
then I have just my fly speed to.
okay. So then you can get there. You see all the levers: the brass, copper, iron, and platinum, but you can't pull them just yet.
Okay. Then I will use.
Did she have to make another save against the demon, or is she just immune to it now?
Oh.
Oh,
Good
good point. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Whizbang. 0. 3.
That's a pretty tasty looking demon.
Just straight 9.
I don't remember the DC. I'll use.
I haven't told you the DC yet.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I think I can add a saves.
Bardic can be added to saves, yeah.
No, it's the arcane defense or something like that.
Yes. It gives you a +4. It's really good.
Yeah. Okay, so 13.
You feel like if you are going to go anywhere, you have to move directly towards the statue.
This way. Actually, I can still get this.
Oh, this is great.
Well, so, like, I assume you're still probably, like, 30 feet in the air?
Yeah. So I'd be, like, on par with Glace at this
So from there, yeah, you'd bounce in the Glace spot right there.
Well, it's anti-life, right? So I could get that close to it.
You could if you wanted, but realize you would push Glace off.
What? Why?
She can fly. She can just hover above, right?
If she eventually casts fly, but she hasn't cast it yet.
Wait, what about the...
So if the bubbles push into each other, they push?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I will not move then.
Okay.
And I'll just use my turn to do mirror image and then...
Doing major image?
Mirror image.
Mirror image, okay. So multiple forms of you appear in your square.
They strike a Ginyu Force pose on top pillar with me.
Gash is still with you. Anything else, Fa?
No.
Alright, Nvidi, you're up.
Alright, Nvidi is prone, stuck in webs, and covered in grease.
The webs are gone. All you gotta do is stand up, but that's half your movement.
Okay. I will stand up.
That's half your movement.
Bringing my 15 movement now down to half of that. Which I'm just going to assume is 1 square.
Well, why are you at 15?
Half from Runed.
Oh, gotcha.
Means my move speed is halved to begin with, which would put me at 15.
Yeah, that's
I'm halved
about
again.
a square. You're a slow boy.
Brutal.
So half of the half
is 7, and in D&D we round down, so 1 square, unfortunately, 5 feet.
So if I stand up, that's all I can move.
If you stand up, you can move 5 feet.
All right.
Amazing.
I will move forward 1 space because I really want to get at that demon.
All right.
You will survive because you cannot move. That is the best thing you can do. And where the hell is Jira at?
What else does
Jira's over
Nvidi/Jira
here.
want to do?
Jiro is going to hold an action in case I want to channel a touch spell through him.
Also, I didn't do it last time. That's my fault, but Jira does need to roll if it wants to move anywhere other than going towards the statue.
Okay, now he's going to camp out right there. I am going to hold an attack action if Sun Kong takes damage. I want to attack the target.
Okay, makes sense. Anything else from Nvidi/Jira?
That's it.
All right, we roll back to the top. The grease that covers the area dissipates.
Nice.
Sun Kong, please roll me a D100.
Destroy all stone objects.
Destroy all Sun Kongs. Wow, it's weird that they would... What?
What? We're all dead?
Uh-oh! That's either real good or real bad, guys!
Each and every one of you feels magic begin to well up within you. You begin to feel yourself expand. Everyone begins to blow up like a balloon. And you feel as though you begin to just randomly bounce around because of the strange magic that has infused itself within you.
Okay.
I need everybody besides Aesop, because you're not in your body so you can't control it. I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
I was about to say, with anti-life shell, it's like a bunch of fucking bouncy balls. That are...
It really is a bunch of bouncy balls right now. What's your speed, Aesop?
35, but I'm dead, so...
But your body does get full of air and begin to bounce around.
Ragdoll, of course. A Half-Life 2 demo right there.
It's like, why do I feel myself moving? It's dark in here. What's happening?
That's a 9 total.
Oh, buddy. You were so close to pressing that skull button again, but that ain't happening now.
I was
is
just
it?
gonna loot your corpse. We're villains. I was going to save you. Am I impressive yet?
Aesop is just like floating, like he's been spaced out of an airlock. Just
Yeah.
Goodbye,
Glace,
Spock.
you bounce from the statue over here.
oh, that's a shame because that's a really nice statue.
Rinkaz. Actually, hang on. You find yourself bouncing around and landing in the pit of grass and vegetation over here.
Oh, Aesop is dead for a while, y'all. I'm gonna go make a whiskey.
Yeah!
The entire process, barrel and everything.
Fa, you're fine. Nvidi, that was your 6th. That was your roll?
6 is my roll.
Alright. You find yourself bouncing and splashing into the water
Perfect.
over here. I'm not sure how deep it goes. Splash into the water. Fa, you're okay. That was everybody. Other than that, nothing else happens. Rinkaz, you're up.
So
Wait,
am I on...
wait. You got a 12, Sun Kong?
Yeah, I got 12.
Oh, shit. Count to 3.
1, 2, 3.
You bounce over here. Whoa! That's not yours. It's Glace's
Taking
sparkle.
Glace's sparkle
There you
with
go,
it.
Glace.
I took Glace's motes.
Alright. Now, Rinkaz is up.
Am I on the ground?
Yes, you guys each plopped onto the ground.
Can I see Fa?
Yeah, from here you can see Fa.
I'm sorry, Fa. I've been running around and having way too much fun. I need to shoot something. It's been
Okay.
far too long.
Shoot away, bite bud. Shoot as much as you want. Do you want me to be closer? I can be closer. It may get easier for you.
I don't know how many of you there are. Good luck,
Let's
Betty.
see, Ringcast. Let's see this.
You all see Rinkaz line up a shot.
He thinks.
It bounces off my cube of force.
You're on mute, Luke.
What's happening?
We're about to
Rinkaz
see.
is trying to shoot Fa.
Fa does a
Alright.
24 versus AC hit.
No, nothing can pass through my cube of force.
It bounces off of the cube of force.
Nice.
I've never seen it before, so I don't know what it does. So, in character, that's why I chose him.
Yeah. I didn't know exactly what to do there. I think it's fair that you get that attack back.
No, that's why I was shooting, because I saw your cube.
No,
I thought it was just like inorganic matter and stuff. I don't.
that's
Like, in character,
perfectly
I
in
didn't know, so
character.
Okay.
But now you know,
Uh,
Rinkaz. It's this cube around Fa seems to deflect even your bullets.
Poor Aesop. I didn't even get to kill him. I have to be entertained. And I can only be entertaining if I kill the most entertaining thing. Fa, this is all your fault. Look what you've done.
Well,
Take a
Tell
shot
me,
at
I
Glace.
never want to be bloated. Look how fat I am in this state.
Rinkaz,
Rinkaz.
besides the vegetation covering the ground here, making it difficult terrain, there's no more grease. So making your way towards Aesop wouldn't be terribly difficult.
It doesn't matter. He needs to move to the button, not me. I'm just
Does
a corpse.
a 20 hit?
Hit who?
You.
Oh, Clatter's right by me, honey. No. I have a 22 with Clatter.
Swirling
Yeah.
motes encircle Glace. Your shot goes a little wide. Her form is so terribly beautiful.
Gosh, I guess you just have to shoot Nvidia in the face, huh?
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I thought Clatter was one of your others. I thought like your token was still there with him. I didn't know you still
Also,
had Clatter.
keep in mind, I know that shot missed Glace, but keep in mind, you guys in the vegetation get half cover. But that does not take effect for Nvidia, splashing around in the water. He begins to like do that thing where he bobs and turns your way to lock eyes with you.
I will spend a point of grit to gain advantage on my next attack.
Just get on down here, I guess. I still get paid for this, right?
Is that class?
He's getting
Can I
paid
use
by
Clatter again at all?
Lushy.
What does Clatter do for you?
Actually, no, I can't. It's once per round. Well, I can do once per encounter.
Are you being shot at again? Is that what's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah.
Grit.
So
What's
I-
half cover in 5e?
Plus
Oh,
2
I
AC.
ignore half cover.
Oh,
If I'm correct, let me double check. That
Yeah,
was
double
what I
check,
actually got
that's
recently.
important. Also, by the companion rules, Aesop, Il can actually move your unconscious body.
oh.
Well, I'm
Or
gonna.
drag you.
I'm sure I'm gonna get hit. So I'm gonna use my armor bound, which I can do once per encounter, to have him take some of these.
Sure. He throws his arms up in the way and stands in front of you.
My
Ready to
ranged
block a
attacks
shot.
ignore half and 3/4 cover against targets within 30 feet. You are not within 30 feet, so you have increased AC.
It would be
Oh.
The total
difficult to
was
hit.
24 total on that attack.
Matches.
No, it hits me. Completely hits me.
No, you have a +2 because of half cover.
Mm-hmm.
So with a +2, I already used Clatter. I would have a 22.
Oh, sorry.
And so I use Clatter to take this damage that I'm about to get dealt. The armor bound, it's called. I can do it once per counter.
Get down, Mr. President.
18.
Take half of that damage instead. Clatter will take 1 injury, so I'll give him 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna put that here since I don't fucking know. And then I'll take half of 18, 6. Okay,
Half of 18 would be 9.
9. I don't know. I'm sick. Don't ask.
I would
It's
like
okay.
to use my inspiration.
To do what?
Your next attack, deal 3 damage on a hit.
Okay.
Or if that was supposed to be used beforehand, I'll just do the immediately 1d12, whatever that's rolled by you guys. I thought it was on a successful hit.
No, that just immediately deals 1d12 damage to a creature that you can see.
No, I'm talking about the second half.
Which one
Well,
are you
there's
using?
there's
The
3
third-
different things on here.
The
Would
bottom
you have
half.
to do that before your attack?
That's what I'm saying. If
When
it was
it-
before
when it
that
says
attack,
for your
I'm
next
just gonna
attack?
drop-
It's your next attack, so you can't just use it if you hit. It's got to be a gamble. You got to use it
1d12.
now. Okay, so who's taking the 1d12?
Glace.
All right, Glace.
Aha!
1d12 coming at you.
Is it 7? Am I taking 7?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And before my movement, I'm going to try and get the hell out of here.
So each space of the vegetation is double movement. Just keep that in mind. But you can move wherever you like. Also, before you do that, though, you need to make a Wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, you want to move right towards that statue, buddy.
Alright.
Come on, come on.
There you go. Alright, moving towards the statue. Would be half my movement, so I'll move. You can go to the next person then.
All right. What is Kulikon doing?
I mean, he's got to move that statue.
He's moving to the statue. That's all he can. I don't think he gets a save anyways. I'd have him just go there anyways.
Okay, he moves up to the statue. Glace! You have bounced around, the magic leaving your bodies and dissipating. You're no longer the blueberry girl from Willy Wonka. You find yourself in the soft vegetation surrounding you. However, you have both your aura around you of sparkling motes and clatter with you. You feel pretty defensive, but away from the statue now. What would you like to do?
Okay, so that heat metal, is that grenade covered in metal at all?
There would be metal pieces that are part of the grenade.
God, how could
I
you?
snap my fingers and I cast heat metal on the grenade.
God.
Does that deal
That's
damage to him
amazing.
immediately, or does he have to
No.
decide whether he wants to hold it or drop it?
Oh.
I can just choose a manufactured object, such as a metal weapon, blah 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 blah. If a creature holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution save or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't
takes
drop the
damage.
object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay, so go ahead and deal the damage. You hear the sizzle between its mouth.
2d8 fire.
Would that
So-
cause the grenade just to explode?
I
Well,
think it probably is going to.
Let's see what
Fire.
happens.
He
How
has
much?
8 hit.
10 fire damage.
Alright. 8
Yes,
hit
8.
points left.
Yeah.
And he needs to make a constitution save, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He has a +1 to this roll.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
So he
Drops.
doesn't drop the object,
No.
right? Wait. He
What
must
was
make
it say?
he must make a
A con
con-
save, or I'm assuming he drops the object.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Constitution. Go ahead.
The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object. So he failed the throw, so he drops the object, which I
Which means boom.
imagine explodes.
It wouldn't hit any of us, but it would hit him in the statue for 5d6 if I'm correct. I have the... So, yes, 5d6. If that would hurt the statue, I doubt it.
He drops the grenade. You guys each hear a very loud concussive blast as he takes
Oh, he's dead, y'all. That's a dead snake. Oh!
enough
Wow.
damage.
I mean, it still kills them.
Kulakan is blown back through the air as the grenade goes off. You see his form in the air begin to shift as he reverts back to the rope. The rope splashes into the water.
The
Shame.
rope is destroyed forever.
Oh.
If Kulakan dies, the rope is destroyed forever.
The
Oh,
only
really?
reason
Okay.
The only reason I did this was because he said the death ward would save it. If not, I would not have used the rope at all.
Oh, does he just show up in the stands?
Kulakan disappears.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. I would rather I leave and the rope stays.
A piece of rope appears next to one of the fans in the crowd.
Amazing.
So I would like to. That's
You-
taken care
You've eliminated that snake, Glace.
of.
But not dead, so that's
Can I move up here on this thing?
go death.
Every
You know what? No, I'm gonna stay here, and as a bonus action, I will give myself. We'll do a. I can't cast again. Ugh. I'll give myself a bardic inspiration.
Okay. You can move, it's just double movement.
I'm done.
Okay. Aesop's soul stuck in the skull.
Hey, but I do have a turn as Il slowly rolls Aesop's body into the water. Let me just. Yeah, there we go. That's good. All right.
Flash.
And he just pushes Aesop one square, and he's fucking face down in the water, just like floating face down. And he looks to you guys and shrugs. Well, he said he wanted to go to the demons. I don't know what you want me to do. He swan dives.
This poor man.
That's all.
That doesn't defeat the rules of moving towards the statue, that's fine. Alright. Also, don't forget, just because you're out of commission doesn't mean that Il can't do stuff for you.
No, that's what he's doing.
Okay,
in my head, Il does not care about this.
All right.
Wait, you're telling me he could have pushed the button?
That kind of metagamey, doesn't it? They can't press the buttons, right?
I mean, that makes sense. You did yell it out, and I don't know.
You would have to make a wisdom.
Up to Jason.
It would have to make a wisdom save though to not go to the statue.
At this point, because Il didn't initially understand what was happening, he thought that just something happened to you and you collapsed on the ground.
He wasn't paying attention.
Aesop or Rinkaz, you would be able, because of your natural 20 check, to relay to Il that Aesop's soul stuck in the button and pressing it will release him. So, Luke, if you want to take the movement back and try to have Il go press the button, that's up to you.
He's seeing this awesome statue.
All right, fair enough. All right, he begins a shoulder over your lifeless body, Aesop, pulling you through the water. It's weakened. Bernie's getting you closer to the statue. Sun Kong, you are up.
All right. So I'm gonna make that wisdom saving throw.
Yes, please do. If you're gonna move anywhere other than straight towards the statue.
We'll see. +3. 15.
You just barely, as if there was a numerical value, you matched it. Beat the force of the compulsion to go towards the statue. You can move where you want. You run over here and you see that the brass, I believe it's the brass, maybe the copper lever is pulled down.
I pull whatever one is lava.
Okay, you pull the iron lever. It clicks. The grassy terrain dissipates. Now replaced. Whoops, not that. Let's not move that. Let's not move that. Hang on just a second. Sorry, I gotta resize this sucker here. There we go. Come on, little baby. Come on. You can do it. Lava appears. I'll put it there for you guys. Lava appears.
Hell yeah. Looks like Aesop came out on top, folks.
In the water, safe from the lever.
Il's like, oh shit.
I want Il to be like, what the fuck?
What the fuck did I get myself into?
It's your new character.
Let's get wild, huh? You pulled the lever, the iron lever, the other lever snaps back into place, Sun Kong. Magma covers the floor below you.
I can, let's see.
Still move, you could still use your action.
I'm going to throw that bomb at Fa.
Alright, throw your bomb at Fa.
Actually, I'm sorry. Let me just check one thing. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead. Do your thing, buddy.
Come on, guys. Have your turn ready.
No, yeah, I'll do a key wave instead. And I'm gonna do...
That's probably better.
Yeah, because the other one's a dex, and I know Fa is dexterous like me, so... key points up to half your monk level. Monk level is 11, so I use 5 key points into it. As action, it's gonna make an attack roll with modifier equal your wisdom modifier plus what's that range? Within 20 feet. Where's my key wave?
If you're gonna commit to this attack, I'll save you to say that I still have my key before, so.
Yay! Cuba
You fire a key blast at Fa. It smashes against the Cuba force surrounding her. Fa shrugs.
It sounds like something Kong would do.
So good every time. It's nuts.
It's funny because Aesop reasonably has a counter for this, but he's dead, so...
Science is so amazing.
Vini, dispel.
Any other thing from Sun Kong?
Okay.
No.
Alright. Fa, you're up.
I'll play with that and say that the key blast actually does kind of push me over, but I just float and fly.
God damn it.
Sit on top of the thing's head and start, like, messing with its head, right? That's what we were doing, trying to get its head off?
Get its head.
It feels as though you could detach the head, but you'll first need to use a strength athletics check to rend it free. That will take an action.
I've never been so attracted to a demon or a statue, and look where we are.
I can give you tips on how to handle the head.
Also, Fa, you do see the area where Glace inserted the key into one of the nipple keyholes and turned it. You do know, because you guys have figured this out by now, that you could turn it back to the neutral position and turn the spell that is pulling you guys towards the statue off.
Yeah, but why would we? It's a great statue.
I'm just saying. These are things you notice.
Then important note, would you count this statue as like floors and walls? Because that's what I can allow.
Yeah, it's like I've got a token for it, but it's inanimate. It's part of the area here.
Objection. That is not a floor or wall. That is that's a manicured object.
I was gonna say if else, then I feel like the key has to not be a part.
Oh, you mean okay? So in this case, then yes, because it's not technically a floor or wall; it's a statue. Okay. You would have to either call off your Cuba force to be able to move on to the statue.
Okay, so then the only change is that I use my Cuba force and I solve it one final time and it shuts down.
Get him!
4 of me sit on top of the gargoyle now.
The fence shields are down.
You see a removable head on the statue and a key turned one way in one of the nipples.
Ooh, that's. Oh, actually, I can use. Did I use a bonus action already? No, I just flew here.
There was a lever in its stomach, but Glace now holds a sunblade.
Yeah, so I'll just use my magical hand to enable her bonus action.
You're gonna do what now with the magic hand?
Use my magic hand.
To do what?
To set the key back to neutral.
The key turns to neutral. That compulsion to head towards the statue relieves itself from all of you.
Oh, jeez.
What the fuck was I doing?
This is mine. This is still mine, though.
Why am I pushing this guy's body towards the statue?
Give me a strength athletics check to try and rend this head free from the body.
Unless that's a free action, I cannot do that.
That does take an action to do so. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it took me an action to shut my Cuba force down.
All right. Anything else from Fa?
That's it.
All right, Nvidia.
Right.
Shoot her!
So, Fa's defense shields are down. I'm bobbing in the water.
You're bobbing in the water. Ruhine barely keeping afloat behind you.
We're not compelled to move towards the statue anymore.
Nope.
Correct.
I will bob my movement speed. What is the movement penalty on water?
It's difficult terrain unless you have swim speed.
Okay, so my movement speed is 15, half of that is 7.5. There you go.
You have to put a hand around like the steel collar of Ruhine just to keep him above water, and that slows you down considerably.
He's a literal anchor.
Holy shit, this is amazing.
Man.
Now kill her.
Yeah?
Oh,
You're saying?
So, if we're hitting 1 and it's hitting the top of the order, and I assume that'd be a good stopping point, may I announce my turn to you so you can figure out what the hell to do with it
No.
maybe before the end of next week as a DM?
Invitti still has his turn.
Yeah, I'm saying
let's-
after.
Well, let's see what
Alright.
happens here.
I will shoot, since we don't have to go towards the statue anymore, 3 Eldritch Blasts, depending on how I'm allowed to swim and do a spell at the same time, or an attack action at the same time.
Yeah, you're fine. Your hands are free. They're above the water. I'm just flavorily saying you're trying to keep Ruhine above. You could cast your spell.
Okay, so there's like a bunch of mirror images of Fa, so I'm gonna
Yeah, one at a time here.
I'm gonna try and guess which one's the right one by shooting 3 times.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's good.
Because I want that statue head.
This is not how I expected this to go, by the way.
19 versus AC.
I knew you guys were making so much plans, and I was like, this is just gonna go chaotic from turn 1. So
It destroys one of the clones. Ah! Whoa!
Oof.
this is why we didn't need the weird here, because this is already fucking way too much.
Yeah, I don't have a chain lightning. I was debating doing something, but no. Second. 22 versus AC.
That's the third one. Ah! Whoa!
One
Or
lone
second
Fa
one, yes.
stands.
Two left, sorry.
2 left.
Yeah.
Last beam. I get 3. 13 versus AC.
Uh-oh. That... Okay. 11 or better. Ah! Whoa! Oh, God, Jesus.
Oh no.
What's a Jesus?
All
It's a
of
curse
the arcane duplicates of Fa have been rendered lifeless by your attacks. Now only she stands.
Hey!
Sun Kong, we gotta get the siege ball.
Is Invitti doing anything? Or I'm sorry, is Jira doing anything over there? Jira can
Jira
freely
is
move
gonna.
now.
Yeah, but I have my bubble. It doesn't do me any good to have him next to me. He's gonna stay right there.
All right. So before we call this session, because we're at 1, I appreciate everybody sticking around a little longer. We're gonna end this session. Keep what you want to do in mind, Rinkaz, because we're gonna end this session, and we're gonna have Fa give me a D100 roll, and I'll begin to tell you what happens at the top of this round.
100.
Amazing.
That
Now,
sucks.
now play the.
20! That's my 20 on a D1 fucking 100.
Play the Dire Docks theme while Gladiator 22 bobs in the water.
Let me just read the contents of this spell, because I have to read all of these. As we end this session, appearing a few feet above the statue in the center of the arena, a scintillating, twisting, beautiful, some would say hypnotic pattern weaves through the air
Oh, fuck!
and expands to cover the entirety of the arena.
Oh, okay.
Dude, this is like potentially very, very bad for some.
Yeah, Glace and Rinkaz need to succeed this, or they're just dead.
Chances are I won't bam, so GG. Easy.
Do you guys want to roll now, or wait till
No.
next session to roll?
Oh, no, I
Oh
won't.
man.
Cough, no,
Wait,
no, no,
how
no,
do I
no.
know if I
No,
need
no,
to do it or not
no,
next
no, 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 no.
How to roll now.
No, 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 no. You want to do it next week. Trust me,
I don't.
trust me, you
I
want to do
really
it.
don't.
You do, because you might be inspired better next week. That's all I need to say.
Oh, it's pretty sneaky, sis.
Might be a little bit more inspired the next time you make them.
Yeah, I agree with Fa. We should roll next week.
Okay.
Oh, I get you for inspiration. Gotcha.
Yeah, that way we'll have inspiration to spend.
Uh,
You could always
Wow.
just hold on to the inspiration and just, see if you can bypass it next week, let's say. It's up to you. But yeah, so we'll call it there. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah. It was way different than what we thought.
All right. For real though, everybody gotta know your turn before we get around to you. Like, write it down if you have to. We can't do like 5-minute turns per person. It makes combat take forever.
You can't optimal play PvP.
I'm putting my foot down. Get your turn lined up before your turn rolls around, because we should have had twice as many rounds as we did. I'll say it. I'll say it out loud.
I will agree with that.
Get your ducks in a row. But that was a lot of fun. That was the most fun I've had being dead most of a session. I'll tell you that much.
True enough, you died 2 hours ago.
Thank you everybody for hanging out with us for an extended session. We will wrap up this combat. I wasn't sure if it would go for a single session, take us into another. I know combat sometimes gets a little long. There's a lot of stuff happening here, but yeah, if you guys can get a clear idea of what you want to do before it rolls around your turn, I know it's chaotic, but just try to do the best that you can do. I will similarly try to move things as briskly as possible. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Thank you, Looney, as always. Thank you, which keep an eye out, Looney, for the streams in the future, because some stuff may happen. They may run into some people, some new people. Thank you, Husband and Wife Stream. Thank you guys for raiding us as always. Thank you, Magaxa. Thank you, Nasty or Nastia and Windsock. I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you missed any of this session or any of our previous sessions, go either check out here on our Twitch, you can go check out our videos on demand, or go to our YouTube, you can see all of our previous sessions. There's a shitload of content there. If you also follow us, you get Weirdbit points, which are our loyalty points, our Twitch channel points, and do cool stuff like buy a character for the bottom of the chat here to play around with. Or, as we were seeing from the husband and wife stream, plenty of fun benefits for the characters throughout the session here. So a lot of cool stuff that you can do. Check us out. Take a look on our Twitter for updates and anything like that we may have in between sessions. And yeah, thank you for sticking around. It's pretty late. We're heading out of here. Until next week, we'll finish this combat up. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.